Hello, everybody. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend, and welcome to Marvelous Mother Tucker's Monday. If you guys are not familiar with the two fellas here on your screen, I got the one, the only co-host with the mostest, the one, the only world-renowned garden guy, Bill. How are you, sir?
World-renowned? Where'd that come from?
I was practicing that all day.
Were ya? Interesting.
Yes, I actually wrote it down on paper and was reading it. And if you folks don't know who I am, I'm Jason of Mother Tucker's Antiques. So hopefully you guys are having a good beginning to your week. Hopefully you guys are ready to have some fun with us here tonight. Maybe score some great vintage and kick back and relax and watch two fellas on your screen. So did you have a good weekend, Bill? Is everything okay? Everything going good?
I am still we had the sale on Friday night, which was great. Thank you for everyone for coming out. And then after the sale, we all realized we have the other sale this upcoming Friday night. And then I did that silly sale yesterday that lasted for 4 hours. Like, I've never done that before.
How many things did you guys sell through yesterday?
I went through 59 rounds.
Wow. Okay. I was watching some of the things you were selling and I was like, Bill, I don't know if I'd want to have to ship that. I don't think I want to ship that.
I'm blurry-eyed right now.
And you guys were really like just going back and forth. So if by chance you guys are not subscribed to the both of us, please do. We made it really easy. All of our links are down in the description below. You know, before I get into that, I noticed when I watch the replays that I always look over here. You would think I have notes written down. Truth be told, I have no notes written down. I don't know why I subconsciously always look over like I'm reading something. So I have nothing written down. But with that said, if you guys are not subscribed, please do. We put Bill's link down below to not only his YouTube, but also to his Instagram. Please consider giving me a follow here on the tubes and over on Instagram as well. Tonight, as always, the very lovely Karen G is going to be our official mod and bid ender. Thank you, Karen. I think at some point we're going to have Desert Gal pop in. She'll be our backup. Kim and Holly might be around at some point, along with Northwest Sunshine. So thank you to everybody who assists, along with Tina and Amy and anyone else who pops into the chat. Thank you guys so very much. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to say some of our hellos. Bill's going to explain to us how the sale is going to work. And then we're going to get into it. So the first person in the chat is the lovely Shannon. How are you, Shannon? So good to see you here tonight. There's our official mod and bid ender, the very lovely Karen G. Thank you again. The Marvelous Mother Tucker's Monday. Thank you so much. Hello, Karen Kennedy. How are you? Hopefully you are doing well. It's so good to see you. I'm a snapping. It's my man. It's Gavin. It's Mr. Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings. Hopefully you guys are subscribed to his channel. If you are not, let me tell you, you are missing out. Let me tell you what the channel is all about. He plays music. He plays it on vinyl, and he plays it on a turntable. It's all different genres of music, so you guys can save a little money. It's free. You can cancel your Pandora. You can cancel your satellite. Head on over and give him a follow because it's a really, really fun channel. And not only does he play good music, but he also spotlights other people in the community, especially folks that they purchase things from. So please do us a favor. Head on over and give him a follow. He's charging toward 1,000 subscribers. So please, please, please give our friend Gavin, Grady Group of Vintage Recordings, a follow. You will not be sorry. Trust me. How are you, Tumbleweed? So good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well here tonight. Hello, Powdered Donuts. So it's always so good to see you. Oh, I could go for a good hot cup of coffee and a donut right now. That would be good. How are you, Colleen? So good to see you in here tonight. Hopefully you're doing well. Hello, Karen Lord. How are you? It's always so good to see you. There is our vintage sister, the one, the only Enamor Amy. How are you? Meow, meow. We got the very lovely Dawn in here with us tonight. How are you, Dawn? So good to see you. See who else is in here with us tonight. Well, there's Deborah Williams. How are you, Deborah? So good to see you. Hopefully everybody, like I said, had a very good weekend. Hello, there's our friend Helen. She is the New England Thrifter. Please give her a follow. She has a really great channel. She hosts live sales. She hosts some different pop-ups. She does some content. It's a really fun channel. So please give our friend Helen a follow and show her some support. It's a really great channel. How are you, Donnie girl? So good to see you. My mother's in the chat. Hello, Linda. So good to see you, Mom. I love you. We got Garden Guy Bill in the chat. So good to see you, sir. How are you, Garden?
I thought I was here.
you're all over the place, Bill. You're a multitasker. How are you, Glowy Girl? So good to see you here tonight. Boy, a lot of our friends are jumping in. So good to see you. Miss New Jersey, how are you, Steel Whisper? So good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Hello, Terry. How are you? Hello, 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 everybody. There's the lovely Philomena. So as I always say, we're spanning that globe now. We are all over the place. Can you believe, Bill, speaking of spanning the globe, that Instagram flagged my reel and folks in Canada could not see it because I played Sam Cooke? Can you believe that?
That's happened to me before. Sometimes it's Austria. It's interesting.
Don't make no sense to me. How are you, Brian? So good to see you, our friend from the New England area. How are you, Perla? So good to see you, gang. Please give our friend Perla a follow. She has a really fun YouTube channel, and she has sales from time to time. I think she has one coming up soon, so make sure you're following her so you can head on over to her sale. How are you, Chris? So good to see you of my broom closet. It's always a pleasure, all the way from Colorado. Who else is in here with us tonight? We have Tina in the chat, the other half of Mother Tucker's. We got Dawn here with us. So good to see you, Dawn. There she is, Aunt Kiki. How are you? Hopefully you're doing well. I can feel like we're getting down near the bottom. So guys, if you want to shout out, please say hello. We'd love to recognize you. Hello, Gina. How are you? Followed by Melissa. Hello. Hey, everybody. How are you, Melissa? So good to see you. We got Trina here with us tonight. Happy Monday, everybody. See who else we have down here. There's our friend Sandy. So good to see you, Sandy. Hopefully you're doing well. Oh, there is Circle 7 Farms. So good to see you here tonight. We have Elaine here in the chat. Hello, Elaine. Hopefully you're doing well. We have Weirna with us. Oh, there's Nikki. I almost missed you, Nikki. You blended in. It's so good to see you. See who else is here with us tonight. There is our backup mod and bid ender, the very lovely Kim. Hopefully Bob's doing well. It's good to see you, Desert Gal. We got Debs here with us tonight, Bill. Who else is here with us? We'll keep scrolling down here. There's the very lovely Karen Radford. Howdy, howdy. Hopefully you're doing well. It's so good to see you. We got Shannon here with us. Good to see you here with us tonight. I see Lisa here with us. Hi, Lisa. Hopefully you're doing well. And that's going to get us back down to our official mod and bid ender, Karen G. Gang, please, if you, again, are not subscribed to Bill, please do so. He's putting out content every 4 days. He's putting out some really fun videos, so please make sure you're viewing them. Please make sure you are subscribed here to Mother Tucker's, and every little interaction helps. And please, it is free to subscribe. So some folks think it should be called follow instead of subscribe because subscribe is like the notation that you're paying for it. It is absolutely free. And each one of those subscribers, from what I've been told, helps bump us in an algorithm and gets us a little more activity. So it's free to you. If you could just do that for us, we would greatly, greatly appreciate it. So without further ado, we're going to turn it over to Bill, and he's going to explain to us how the sale is going to work, and then we're going to jump on into it.
Okay, everyone, as I always say, all of the action happens in the chat. So you want to make sure you're in the best version of the chat possible, particularly if you want to bid or you want to be involved in the conversation. And we invite you to do either, but we really want you to be involved in the conversation. So if you're someone who's been around in the background for the last few sales, maybe tonight is the night you come forward, you let us know you're here, give us an opportunity to say hi to you, and learn from you. But you do want to make sure you're in the best version of the chat. And what that means is you want your device to say either live chat, all messages, or just all messages. If at the top you see that it says top messages, that is not the best version of the chat. So use whatever mechanism you have to toggle into all messages. The other thing that can be difficult with the chat is you may experience some lag. We all experience it from time to time. And particularly if you're bidding, you want to make sure you're as caught up as possible. So there are a couple things you can do. The old kind of tried and true way is to close out the application, come back in, click on the sale, and then make sure the little red line is all the way over to the right. But we know there's another way to do it, and it seems to be a superior way. On your device, just find the settings gear. It's like a little gear icon. On mobile devices, if you tap on my face, the gear should come up in the corner of the screen, and choose the option playback settings. And under playback settings, you can set the speed of the sale to 2x. And that means when you start to lag, your device will automatically catch you up. And we may sound like we're talking very quickly for a little while, but that just means it's getting you back up to where we are in real time. And that's really important if, during the countdown, quite frankly, if you're bidding. Please engage in the chat. Please use the chat to ask any questions that you have. Please ask your questions about the items while we're describing them. We're happy to answer questions about the items. Put anything you know about the items that we're selling in the chat, so we can all know about them. So we do have 15 rounds of offer up style items today. And what that means is we will show an item and we have a designated start price for that item. Jason is going to pin that start price right where our names are now. And we will start accepting bids on the item should anyone be interested in $1 increments. We're going to describe the item to you, tell you anything we know about it or its history or the company who made it. We're going to describe any condition issues that we want you to know about, because we do like to remind you that we are selling vintage, previously used, and hopefully previously loved items. But that is the time for you to get any clarification or ask any questions about the item while we're holding it up. And after we see a few bids come in, if any come in, we'll start a countdown. We'll announce that countdown. And at the end of the countdown, we will say the words bid end in our official bid ender. Miss Karen Gillette will type the words bid end into the chat. And we will take the highest bid that came in before the bid end. That's the person who claimed the item. Now, if you're someone who's really serious about a particular item and you want to maximize your chances of getting that item, if you are an active bidder, we offer an option called just in case. And what a just in case or a JIC bid is the maximum amount you'd be willing to bid on that item. So you would type in JIC with that number that you'd be willing to spend. Now, you may not end up spending that amount, and most often we observe that people don't. What will happen is, if before the bid end you have the highest just in case, we will bid you up just $1 over the next highest bid or the next highest just in case. It's just an opportunity for you to, I use it a lot. I know when I'm bidding, I've seen him use it a lot when we're bidding, because there are certain things that we just want, right? So the JIC can be really helpful. But there are two rules with the JIC. Only during the countdown should you type in a JIC bid. If a just in case bid comes in before the countdown, we can't recognize it, and we're going to ask you to put it in again. And an early JIC before the countdown can let other people know what you're thinking in terms of how far you're willing to go. So that's just something to think about. And you need to have at least one actual bid in before you use the JIC. We want you to be an active bidder. Okay, so we just want to remind you also that a bid is a commitment to pay. Jason and I both use PayPal invoicing in order to get the payment from you. You do not need to be a member of PayPal or have an account with PayPal in order to use PayPal. So I'll answer that question in a minute, Susan. I saw my name in the chat. So you don't need to have a PayPal account. We will send you a link to your email, and you can click on that link and you can check out as a guest. You can check out as a PayPal member, or you can check out using your Venmo account. Multiple forms of payment, PayPal. PayPal is a secure method of payment for you and for us, which is why we use it. We also use an online service called Pirate Ship, which allows us to get pretty significant discounts from what the United States Postal Service or UPS would charge anyone else who goes to their center and tries to get shipping. So we pass those savings on to you as well. And if you do win an item from us tonight and you haven't registered with us previously, or it's been a long time since you purchased from us, we need 4 pieces of information from you: your YouTube screen name, your real name, your shipping address, and your PayPal email address. And with those 4 things, we can generate an invoice to send to you. If you are thinking that maybe someday you might put a bid in on something, you can pre-register with us. You can just send Jason and I the same email, just copy both of us with that information, and then we'll have it on file. So with that, we're just going to tell you a little bit about what you can expect from each of us over the next week or so if you do end up claiming an item, and then we're going to start the sale after we say hi to a couple more people who came in. So I'm Bill, Garden Guy Bill. I ship from the windy northern mountains of northern New Jersey. A lot of people, Jason, don't know that we're mountains up here. They just think there's one big city with mafia.
Yeah. Yes, this is
I'm
true.
going to be starting my invoicing on Friday of this week. That's not usual for me. I usually go next day, but this week I'm going to start on Friday. But I will keep an open box because we do have a sale Friday evening. So just message me if you want an open box. I ship to the US and Canada only. And that's what I got to tell you.
All right, I'm Jason from Mother Tucker's Antiques. I ship out of the Keystone State, the Amish area, the heart of Pennsylvania, and the central part of it. I will be doing all of my invoicing on Saturday. So if you're going to come to one of my other sales this week, you'll have an open box. So if you're going to show up on Wednesday for Fantastic Finds with me and Enamour Amy, or if you're going to attend the Instagram sale with the Valentinos on Friday, you'll have an open box. And as long as I can package it all together for you safely, I will, because I want to save you guys as much money as possible. If by chance you guys ever want to close out those boxes, always feel free to reach out. All you have to do is send us an email, and I can usually get it packaged and an invoice to you within 24 hours. And then once that's paid, we can ship next day. I do offer free pickup. I own a brick and mortar here in central Pennsylvania called Mother Tucker's Antiques. Please stop by and visit us. We'd love to see you in person. But you can email me and tell me that you're going to do pickup at the shop, and we will just invoice you for the item, not for the shipping. And then we will communicate via email. So we won't do it here publicly in the chat. We will correspond via email and make the arrangements of when and how you want to pick it up at our shop. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. The same with Bill, US and Canada only, PayPal and Pirate Ship. I think that's it. There's a few more people that jumped in. Let's say hello to some of our friends. Before we get into it too far, one other quick thing. Please give our vintage sister, Enamour Amy, a follow. She's charging in on the 3,500 mark for subscribers. That is a milestone, especially these days, to get subscribers. It's a really, really big deal. So Amy, if you can put your link in the off chance you're not subscribed to Amy, please do so. I'd love to see her hit 3,500 sooner than later. So a few more folks jumped in, so let's say hello to them. We have the very lovely Tammy is here with us. How are you, Tammy? Good to see you. Debs is here with us tonight. How are you, Metal Girl? Hopefully you're doing well. I see Sally here with us. We have Susan here with us. Very lovely Mary. How are you, Mary? Another dealer from Mother Tucker's. Good to see you. Debbie Gutierrez is here in the chat with us. So good to see you, Debbie. Hopefully you're well. And I think that is everybody. And as I say, because it makes me feel better, if I ever miss you in the chat, it's never, ever, ever intentional. Our chat does move a little bit differently than it does on your end. So if I miss you this time, I will get to you doubly the next time. So there's one more thing. Was there one more thing? Yes, there was.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Mr. Bill. How is it, sir? How are you? Happy birthday. It's good to wish you a happy birthday. And it's a new graphic. It's a new graphic.
It's impressive. It moves.
I love it. It's a good graphic. So, gang, please wish Garden Guy Bill a very happy birthday. It's a milestone. It's so good. I enjoyed that so much. I think I want to see it again before we get into it.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Now we're going to get a lot. We paid a lot of money for this graphic, Bill, and you know that this is now going to be the graphic that we use for the whole entire year whenever it's anybody's birthday. So, happy birthday, Bill. Do you feel any older?
Well, it's actually 2 more days. So
I know. This is the only time that I'm going to be with you to do it. So, do you feel like you're going to be older in 2 days?
I feel, how do I answer that? My perspective on birthdays is so different now than it was 10 years ago. Every birthday is a gift. So it's all good. It's all good.
All right. Well, we're all wishing you a happy birthday, Bill.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And did you go get that phone? They want to know if you went and got that epic phone.
Yeah. If you don't know what phone we're talking about, it was this amazing rotary dial phone, or actually no, push button phone that someone just crafted with amazing stuff all over it. I did not get it. Okay. We ripped those. Actually, I loved it. I probably would have used it, but we ripped the actual phone lines out of our house when we remodeled about 15 years ago. So it would have just been a display piece, but it was pretty cool. If you don't know what we're talking about, it was the video that I filmed at Blooming Grove Antiques a couple couple of days ago. It's just a fantastic, cool piece. I kind of obsessed over it for a while.
It was like one of those memory jars, but it was like memory foam.
Yes,
almost.
that's exactly what it was. It was like one of those memory jars broke on top of a phone right after a whole bunch of hot glue fell on the phone.
Yeah, that's exactly the way it looked.
That would be a fun little video to snip together, like how that happened. Maybe that's the one I'll do for the magazine. Anyway.
Okay. All right.
And yes, there are empty shelves over here. The Christmas went away and the plants are coming back. So they're excited because they want the windows.
Gotcha.
So Jason, I'm gonna start at $14 for my first item.
Okay.
And I love these. And actually they're hearkening to spring for me. I have some of those little bone china place card holders. I have a set of them. There are 8 of them, and these are made in England by Coalport. I have a set of these myself, not the exact same ones. But what I love about this set is that of the 8, there are 3 different flowers that are available. There's a carnation, there's a rose. Well, actually, there are 2 carnations, 2 roses, and then 2 5-petal flowers, and there are 8 total. So there are 3 roses, 3 carnations, and 2 of the 5-petal flowers in their original packaging. And what I love about these, and a lot of us here who collect vintage, there are lots of different uses for them. We always say stick your Valentine's cards or your postcards in flower frogs, but they sit really nicely in these as well. And doesn't it just make it so much prettier that it's actually in this little kind of beautiful little bone china ceramic? So these are 2 inches across. So they are tiny, but they are super good. And none of the 8 are damaged. None of the 8 are actually damaged. They're all beautiful. So let me put them in the packaging. I'm so happy I have the packaging because if someone does clean them, they're going to be so easy to ship. This is what you're getting, the full set of 8. Awesome. Again, made in England by Coalport. That ceramics company has been around since the 1700s.
Wow.
These have not been around since the 1700s, but that ceramic company has. Yeah, they're super pretty. If you have any reason to display any sort of ephemera or paper products, or you actually have garden parties, I'm available if anybody has a garden party, by the way, and I bring hostess gifts. So if I get invited to anybody's garden party, not only are you going to get me, you're going to get a cool little gift too, because I'm a big believer that you don't arrive empty-handed. Martha Stewart taught me that, Tina.
I'm sure she did, Bill. I'm sure she did. Oh,
yeah, they're super cute. I love them a lot. I'm spicy tonight, Jason.
No, not at all, Bill. No.
Aren't they so pretty, though? They're so pretty.
They are. And you always find these in odd numbers, or you find them completely damaged, like all of them are chipped, not a complete set that's in this good of condition.
And the top to this packaging is actually taped to the bottom. So I just need, it's amazing. It's amazing. So you don't need to work. And that's the other thing. You're right, Jason. They are always damaged because, there was a time where these were used by people when people have these parties and they use them. So yeah, it was really a fun thing to find. And I'm glad that I found 2 boxes of them because I get to share one. All right, everybody, I'm going to start a countdown. We're going to move it along. We have 15 rounds tonight. Thank you all for your interest in your bids. They are really lovely. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
I can hear her laughing upstairs. That's how.
I suspect that I'm still going to get an invitation. I just suspect I will.
Probably will. Now I can hear her laughing even louder.
And 5 free items from the bins in the basement.
That I don't know about, Bill. That I don't know about. Hello, Patty. How are you? That I don't know about, Bill.
All right, everybody. Thanks for your bids. So what happened? I wasn't even looking. So Dungaree, Don, I had 21. And Teamy had a just in case of 29. But I see Patsy had a just in case of 39. So Patsy, this lovely set is yours for $30. Thank you so much. Right. Yeah, Philomena, you don't arrive empty-handed. You just don't. Because you know what? People really don't invite you out that much anymore. So every time you get to go somewhere is a big deal.
Agreed. You're right. All right, I'm not going to have Valentine's much more. We're getting near that time of the year where maybe a few on Wednesday and that's it. So I wanted to make sure to offer these up before I pack them away till next year. It's going to be choice on the flocked larger greeting cards. Now, each one of these would have had like a kickstand or an easel. They are missing. They did come out of a scrapbook, so there is a little bit of paper on the back, but as for the cards themselves, they are not torn and they're in very good condition. And like I said, these are large. They're probably late 40s, early 50s, and they are flocked. So let me show them to you. It'll be $10 choice. This is your first one, and the puppy has a googly eye. So he has a googly eye there, and then the kitty cat is flocked. No major damage that I can tell you. It just says for a sweet niece on Valentine's Day. And it is super cute. And like I say, it's a larger one. So basically, these are just glorified die cuts. So you can put them in your flower frog and you can use them as decor. They are signed on the back. And then here I can show you that they are original Hallmark cards. And they measure, this one measures about 8 1/4 by 7. So it's about 8 1/4 by 7 inches. It's a large one. So the color's really good. And the gray on the cat is completely flocked. So that is your first choice. Your second choice at just $10 is the cute kitty cat on the pillow. And this is attached by its original ribbon. So this is for it's for a sweet granddaughter on Valentine's Day. So if you guys love kitty cats, if you guys love your kitsch, I don't think I've had kitschier cards to offer. She is kind of a peachy pink in color. And the flocking is in very good condition. This one is signed on the front, and so is the other one. So, again, this one is a Hallmark, and there's actually a date of 1947 on this one. So 1947, and this one measures about 8 1/4 by 7. So about 8 1/4 by 7. And again, these are fun to put in flower frogs. No major damage. The coloring's in really good condition, and I have a feeling this one was probably dated the same, but there's a piece of paper over top of it. So. I'm not seeing any interest. That's okay. I know we are getting a little late in the game for Valentine's Day, but I thought these were really unique, and I know we got some kitsch lovers with us. So I'll take a moment to account for the lag. Look at the blue and the green in the eyes of that kitty. And then this one has the official, that's an original googly eye on there, which I think is just spectacular. And then the other one was the kind of tan, kind of pink. Look at those little paws. Like, this is such a cute little card. And again, they would have had easels here on the back originally, but they are long since missing. So I'm not seeing any interest. That's okay. We're going to keep it moving. We'll bring these back during the recap, but they were $10 choice. So,
oh, Amy, it's so funny. I was just about to say that Chris taught me that like a month ago.
Yeah.
That those little pads are called toe beans.
Oh my God. You just knew that, Bill? Oh my God. They're toe beans.
I just found out. Like, I had no idea.
My God. I love that. Toe beans.
I was with our female cat. Her name is Mama. I was playing with them the other day, and I always say that she has cupcake feet, and Chris was like, "No, they're toe beans."
No, they're toe beans.
All right, I have a choice round starting at $8, and I have 3 pieces of Ellie Smith Moon and Star. If anyone's interested to add a little bit of glass to their collection, I have a lot of glass tonight. So these are each going to start for choice at $8. The first one I have is this beautiful amber candy dish. Now, this is the small dish. I don't believe these came with a lid. The larger size dishes did come with a lid. I don't think this one did, but it's just a tiny little dish. It is 3.75 inches tall and 4 inches across. And the only thing that these 3 pieces have in common is that they are Ellie Smith Moon and Star glass. 3 different colors, 3 different shapes. So the first choice is the amber candy dish. No condition issues. Beautiful moon and star pattern. And this is the one that actually has the stars on the base as well, imprinted on the base. They don't all have that. The second choice is I have the Ellie Smith Amberina Moon and Star Creamer. If anyone is interested, it is an amazing condition. It's this beautiful saturated color. If I let him, Jason's going to tell us that it looks like a Jolly Rancher. So I'm just going to say it before he gets to say it.
That's more Viking, but that's okay, Bill. It kind of does look like a Jolly Rancher too.
It does. It does.
Kinda.
And you all know that this is an amazing glower. If that's something, oh, look at that. That makes it look like bittersweet right there, doesn't it?
It does.
That looks like a bittersweet color. So pretty. So pretty. And then the last one I have, and I've never had one of these before. I have a Moon and Star spooner. I mean, I've had spooners before, but not Ellie Smith, I don't think. I've had Fenton. But yeah, isn't this fun? And it's the clear one. And these are a bit older than some of the more contemporary Moon and Star pieces. And I'm sure a lot of you know this, but you always want to check your old clear glass because it often glows. And this one is really, really beautiful. I mean, you can just see. So the clear glass, uranium snuck into it. I don't know how. Some of the companies just were able to get it in there. We tend to look for the uranium in other colors, but every once in a while, even when you're in the thrift store, take your blacklight with you. You can really tell the age of some of the clear glass just if it glows.
Bill, that clear one could actually be LG Wright. That I think when it glows, it's LG Wright because they put it in there for clarity.
Well, isn't it LG Wright for
LG Wright is the one that created the molds. They were the first ones, and then Ellie Smith took the molds, and so that could be turn of the century.
Yeah, it definitely is. I learned from Leah, Nito Groovy Kitsch, who is the great glass person, about this old uranium clear glass. It's really beautiful. All three are beautiful, actually. And the only reason they're all here is they're all Moon and Star. So I see we have some interest. So I'm going to start a countdown. Active bidders can use it just in case. And again, we are looking for choice on one or more of the three pieces up here. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
You know, those spooners make good vases. They make
In fact, people who don't know, who have sold them online, call them vases. But no, they are definitely, this is the spooner.
So good.
The creamer and the little candy dish. So there's the bid end. Thank you, Karen Gillette. So wow, lots of people were interested. So thank you, everybody. So before the bid end, MJ Bear had a just in case of 28. Patsy and Robin both had just in cases of 31. Melissa had a just in case of 33. So it looks like, Melissa, you have first choice at 32. We'll claim them by color: amber, clear, amberina. Sorry, that's the color. And so it's Melissa, then Patsy, then Robin, then MJ Bear, then Brian. So Melissa's going to take the clear. I suspected that's something a lot of people were looking for. So in that order, if anybody wants the amberina or the amber, Patsy, you would be next, and then Robin.
And then Brian.
No, then MJ Bear.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about MJ Bear. Sorry about MJ Bear.
No problem. Never apologize if you want to pass. It's okay not to want something. Although I do the same thing. When I pass, I apologize. Yeah. All right, so now we're waiting for Robin and then MJ Bear.
Yep. Robin. I got a feeling they were all going for.
So actually, why don't we do this? If anyone wanted the amber or the amberina, just put it in the chat. And if multiple people want it, I'll just go with the highest bidder.
Okay. Absolutely fine. All right. Then we'll keep on moving. All right. $20. I got some Hold Howard for you tonight. Excuse me. These are candle huggers. They're in very good condition. They are the little girls that I think are angels, but I think they also double as little girl cherubs. So they'd be great in your Valentine's Day display. So I had a set of these on Friday and they were damaged. These have no damage. The only thing that's missing is that she would have had like a little flag or a little banner sticking out of her hand. That is missing. And of course, they would have had bases. But you just get the candlestick huggers and they're going to start at $20 for both. I love the white and gold detail. You can see they gave her some really nice eyelashes, some great hair details, and she is the only one that is stamped, if it wants to focus, that is stamped on her stomach there, Hold Howard 1958. So she measures, let me get my measurements, she is the one that's flying. She's about 3.5 inches. So she's definitely fun. Thank you, Patty. I see you in a 20. She is fun to be your Christmas angel, or I like these to be used at Valentine's Day. So let me show you that there's no damage to the wings. The little ring itself is in very good condition. And the other one I'm going to show you also doubles as a figurine. So the way they made her with like her little tarab, I guess that is, or the little sash that she would be wearing, it also allows her to stand on her own. So this is, pardon me, the other one you're going to get. Look at those details. If I can get the glare off so you guys can see those fun eyelashes, the gold hair. So we're looking for 21 or more, and she stands just about 4 inches tall. Now, she is not marked Holt Howard anywhere because I don't think they really had a spot to mark her at, but just her other friend who's flying is the one that is marked Holt Howard. And like I said, no damage to the wings, no issues at all. And I just love the fact that they are white with some soft gold details. So these are great at they're great at Easter, they're great for Valentine's Day, and they're great for Christmas time. So I see you, Tumbleweed. Thank you so much. I see you're 25. So we are looking for 26 or more. And again, she's about 4 inches tall, and she's about 3.5. So she's the one that's flying. And if you guys aren't familiar, like I said, that little hole in there, she would have had like a little piece. They used like a toothpick style piece of wood, and there would have been a little flag that she had. So, but you could put millinery flowers or just let it the way it is. So Patty's back in at 28. I see you, Tumbleweed, at 31. Let me just highlight that. So we're looking for 32 or more. Let's go ahead and do a countdown on these. No damage, no condition issues. Holt Howard, 1958. We are doing just in case for active bidders. So we'll count down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 32 or more. I'm flying, Bill. I'm an angel. I love these. Do you have these in your collection, Bill?
Well, the funny thing is, Jason, I don't have those, but I have 3 sets of the candle holders that go with them.
Okay, so if somebody's looking for the base, reach out to Bill, and he'll get you he'll complete your set. So Tumbleweed, congratulations! These are yours for $31. And if you want the bases, contact Bill. He'll have them for you. All right, Bill.
So I brought some Holt Howard tonight too, and I have some 1959 Holt Howard. You've seen these ladies before, or I should say, you've seen these creatures before, these critters before. $32, Jason. If anyone's interested, I have a great condition set of the Cozy Kitten salt and pepper shakers. And the reason I say that is because I don't think I've ever owned a set where there isn't a little chippage on the ears. And these ears are in amazing condition. Because of the way that they stick out, they seem to just get chipped a lot. So this is the salt shaker, the pink bowed one. They both do have their noisemakers still in the bottom. Obviously, they don't work. They never do. But they are marked 1959 Holt Howard. The other one does have the sticker on it, I think. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have the sticker on it. But again, they're in great condition. They do not have their corks anymore. But as you can see, minimal crazing. They're just super, super cute with the side eye. The blue one. The only thing I would point out on the blue one is there is a little area of roughness here. And that's a little bit of extra clay that got glazed over. But it's gorgeous. They're gorgeous nonetheless. They're just so, so good. And I can never decide which position I like to display them in. Like if I want them looking at each other, right? Or I want them both looking off to the side. I think I like this one, but I don't know.
It's kind of a good way to judge how you're doing in your relationship. You can kind of use it to, like, if you're on the ins, you have them looking at each other. And if you're on the outs, you have them looking away from each other.
Oh, Jason. I love that. I love that. I also love that there are slightly different heights. The blue one's a little taller than the other one. And obviously, I know a lot of you know this. I don't need to tell you, but the Cozy Kittens are one of the most famous lines from Holt Howard. There are lots of coordinating pieces. Jason actually has quite a few. Jason and Tina do. Correct? You do.
A couple. A few.
There are so many. There are so many. There are pages of them in the book. So really, really fun. So thank you all for your bids. I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. If anyone else is interested, now is the time to get in on these lovely creatures. We're looking for 51 or more, and active bidders can use a just in case. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And again, no chips on the ears. To me, that's like a win, because I think I've owned these 4 times over the course of my life, and I've never had one that didn't have chipped ears. Thank you for the bid end, Karen. So thank you everyone for your bids. With Teresa's bid of 55, Peppermint Patty, these are yours for $56. Thank you so much.
All right, congratulations. $25 is the start on my next item. And I have to be honest with you, I don't find these that often. So I have one of the Viking ducks. I do find some Viking pieces, but I never really find these ducks all that often. So we actually Tina found this over like the winter holiday, and we've had it to the side because I thought getting ready for spring, and especially decorating for the springtime and heading into St. Patrick's Day, it's time to get out your greens. So this is the smaller one. They came in different sizes. This is the 5-inch one. So especially, like I said, I don't see them that often. So to me, finding this size or the larger size, it's kind of just rare for either. So there's no chips. A lot of times they do saying, chips on the beak. Sometimes the mold is a little rough, but I do love the fact that Viking really gave a really realistic style eye. It's not an abstract eye. This kind of guy does look like a duck with his eye, and in the light, it looks even better. And yes, it does look like an Apple Jolly Rancher if you were to ask me that, Bill. So, but I think he's super cute, and I think he's going to look great in your Easter decor. He could be out all year round. And again, he's just the one that's about 5 inches. And then at the widest, he comes in at about 3 inches. No chips, no cracks. If you guys have a light base, you could light him from underneath. He will light up a little bit for you, but nothing, no glow, no nothing like that. So let me show you again the detail of the eye and the beak. Just a cool little guy. And they made them in a lot of their colors, like the blue neek and the persimmon. I think they made them in clear. So you could collect, different colors and put them together like a rainbow. But
in addition to the 2 sizes, this small one and the larger one, there's a third set, which Gina bought a while ago, of 2 fighting ducks. Ducks are fighting one another. They're really cool.
Yep. And then they also made a candy dish with this as the lid, which is, that's even harder to find in the one with the epic tail bird. So we have some interest. Let's go ahead and count it down. We have Laura in right now at 27. We're looking for 28 or more. We are doing just in case. So if you're interested, please use that just in case. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I guess we were doing 15, and I just jumped us to 20. So I'm sorry. I felt like we were getting into a little bit of a lag. So good. I love these. I wish I could find. I passed up a persimmon one, the large one, years ago, and I regret it ever since. So, all right, there's our bid end. Thank you, Karen G, so much. Patty had a 28. We had Circle 7 with a just in case of 35. But Melissa, with your just in case, congrats. The duck is yours for $36. Thank you all for the interest. All right, Bill.
Well, I don't know if anybody can see. I didn't want to point out while you were selling. If anybody can see, can I point that way? Up here,
right?
Those are the 2 large ones in amber and amber and the green. So again, I've just been sitting on those. Maybe I'll bring them to a sale if there's enough interest. But they're big. They're so big. So I'm going to bring some more glass because I don't have a lot of Valentine's Day stuff planned to bring, but I'm going to bring this. And it's going to start at $24, Jason. Oh, Patty, you're funny. I called Brian Jason like 5 times last night.
I was there for one of them, and I had to kind of chuckle. I don't know if I should feel bad or be honored. So I don't know, or I'm honored. So yeah, but I don't know how Brian feels.
Yeah, I got a talking to later after.
Oh, was he a little? Oh, okay. Well, don't go call me Brian, then, Bill. Don't you go calling me Brian.
So I was lucky enough to find another piece of the Jeanette shell pink. This is pink. The Jeanette shell pink. It's getting washed out a little bit with my light. But it's gorgeous. This is their console bowl, made by Jeanette Glass, and it is in a pattern called Lombardi. It's a gorgeous sort of scroll pattern, really romantic, reflective of, I think, the holiday right now. But if you're a pink lover or you like to decorate with non-traditional colors all year round, this is really great. I think what this is either a zinnia flower or a dandelion that's about to sort of burst open. It's one of those two, but that's the problem with shell pink. You can never really get a good, there's some good detail there on it. And look at these gorgeous scrolled feet. So pretty. Let me see if I can get, there you can kind of see the flower there. And it's big. So if you were looking for something massive to put a collection in to fill up with some special things for a holiday or for every day, this is really great. Or a towel holder for your bathroom. Lots of different things you can do with something this big. And it coordinates with those divided trays that Jeanette made. Lots of different designs for those divided trays as well. And it could be a serving dish as well, because those divided trays were meant to be hostess dishes. Mm-hmm. So if you know what I'm talking about, because we had a couple on the sale a few weeks ago, this could actually be used as a serving dish as well. If you were doing like a themed party, great for showers and things like that as well, but just really cool for every day too. And it's big. As I said, it's 5 inches tall. From side to side, it's 10.5 inches. 10.5 inches.
Bill, it's reading white, but it is a very, very vibrant pale pink in person. Yeah. It's a pale pink, guys.
Let me see if I can do something about that. I invested in really good lights, and they're only good for some things and not others. Oh yeah, Dawn, I agree.
Oh yeah.
Fill this with your Easter eggs.
Oh yeah.
Let me see if I can put some black behind it just to.
It's like a milky pink. Once you see it in person, it's such a good color tone. Great for the Valentine's and springtime in your decors, and all year if you do pink, and even at Christmas if you do like a pink Christmas scheme.
Yeah, now that someone said it, I really see this for Easter.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think you really see the pink when you're right. It is looking like white milk glass, but it's not. It's the shell pink from Jeanette, and super pretty design. It's all raised 3D. So we have some interest. So I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. If anyone else is interested, now is the time to get in. It's just got this beautiful detail up at the top as well. And it's in great condition. I didn't mention no chips, no cracks, no reason to be concerned about it. So active bidders may use it just in case. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Oh, Kim, you just gave me an idea that I could have done with this. I could have bundled this. I have, I'll do it with something else for Easter. I have some really cool things that you just reminded me I had when you said the fuzzy ducks and chicks. I found some things, Jason. I found some things.
Okay. All right.
Thank you both for your bids. With the just in case of 31, Karen, this is yours for $32. Thank you so much. Thank you, both of you.
All right. And Karen G., thank you so much for being our official mod and bid ender. And Kim, thank you for being our backup. All right, guys, this is probably the last thing. Well, I got one other thing that classifies tonight, but this is, we found these and I wanted to bring these because these are fun, of course, for Valentine's Day. So these are the popcorn, or also known as your glitter plaques. So they are the larger Cupid ones. Now, what's different with these is I didn't know that they made a version where it was all red. I'm very familiar with the version where the heart and the arrow are in white, or they're like a clear with glitter. I really like the all red. And I actually, during the Valentinos, I had one facing sort of the opposite way. So you can actually spin this one around like that, and then you could have them facing one another. So these are your, melted plastic, or they are your popcorn or your glitter plaque. So $20 choice. They're in very good condition. There are no issues to them whatsoever. They actually I love the era when they were putting the hole in it so that you could actually hang it instead of trying to, put like a push pin through there. You can see how clean these are. You're not going to have to worry about cleaning these. And you can even tell that there's not really pieces broken off anywhere. So these are really fun, especially the large ones. It measures about 21 inches tall by about 14 inches wide. So if you guys collect these or you're looking for something neat for your Valentine's Day decor, again, I'm surprised. I didn't know until Tina found these that they actually made that. Have you ever seen the ones, Bill, that they're all red like this? I've always...
Yeah.
I've always seen the ones that the heart is white, and like I said, the arrow is white. It's either that or the wings are.
No, the heart. It's the heart and the arrow.
That's what I thought. So, and again, no damage. And I do have two of them. If you were interested in two of them, again, I like when you display them the same way, or you can flip them over and display them that way. Now, the backs on these are the smooth ones, so they are smooth on the back, as you guys can see here. So that is the smooth part. And then we have the textured side on the front. So we're not going to waste too much time. I'll just give it another bit for the lag. If anybody's interested, they're $20 choice. And they are the larger ones. And they do have the pre-made holes already in them. So they're in very good, clean condition, as you guys can see. But I'm not seeing any interest. We're going to keep this bus moving. And we're going to get it back over to Bill. And I'll offer them up in a recap. All right, Bill.
$12, Jason, and I have some more kitschy shakers today. I just picked these up. I just found these. I love them. They are little anthropomorphic telephones. Actually, so no, Susan, I didn't bring the telephone from the video. I brought these telephones tonight. How fun are they? And they are very reminiscent. If you're familiar with the PY telephones, they're not PY. These are just made in Japan. I don't know who made them, although Amy probably does. But the PY telephones are on little stands, but they're really fun and cute. They both have a little bit of a different expression with their eyes, which I think is great. Yeah, really, really fun. So they do have made in Japan stamped on the bottom. Both of them still do have a cork stopper. I don't see any chips or cracks. There's a tiny bit of crazing, but they are super cute if you are someone who collects anthropomorphic. Yeah, I mean, they're telephones.
I've never seen these in person, nor do I have these. Like, these are not that easy to find. Did you find these in the wild?
I did, and I have seen the PY ones before,
right?
But never been able to purchase them. But I have seen them. But you're right; these are the first time I've seen these ones as well. But I don't know. The stamp is making me think they're not one of the major manufacturers, but I don't know. They could be. But look at these chubby legs that they have with the little feet on them. They're just really fun. Oh, and I should mention, they're not small. Look at this. Look at the size comparison with my big head. They're pretty big. What did I write down? They are 3 inches across, 3 inches tall and 3.5 inches across. So yeah, they're a good chunky size. So I see that there's some interest. I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown on these cute little critters. If anyone else is interested, now is the time. Thank you all for your bids. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Bill, if you dialed them, would that classify as picking their nose, do you think?
Okay. It would.
Okay.
It would.
I just need...
You have to dial them 9 times for a number?
7.
Imagine you dialed 867-5309. There's a lot of high numbers in that phone number.
You'd be calling Jenny then. That's
I know.
Who you'd be calling.
Direct line to Jenny. Someone just bought a direct line to Jenny.
Oh my gosh.
I think we're among a whole group of people who are going to get that reference, so I'm not worried.
Absolutely.
If I said that to the college students today, they'd be like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. Please, Bill, don't.
I won't. So, Glowy Girl, congratulations. These are yours for 15. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, I'm going to get myself over here, and I have choice on some miniatures, okay? I wouldn't say they're both bone china. One of them is bone china. The other one is porcelain. I'm sorry. The other one is bone china, and one is ceramic. So you're going to be able to choose between 2 of these cuties, and these sets only came in 2. So these weren't sets of 3. So Your first set is the little bone china mice set, and I'll show them to you up close. But then you have the chipmunk set, and I don't find these that often. These are miniature Napco pieces, so they are made of ceramics. Let me show them to you up close so you actually see what you're bidding on, and it's going to be $10 choice, okay? The first set here, here's your cute little chipmunks with great details, and he or she measures about 2.5 inches tall. And again, these are fun to collect. They're fun to put on a little shelf. And the Napco, I think, has such great detail. So there's no issues to the feet. The little baby one, still has the original Napco sticker there, and he's got himself like a little something to eat, just a little something to eat. And look at the detail with the white around his eyes. Again, no chips, no cracks. And to find the miniature Napco ones, I usually, for our collection, because we collect miniatures, I usually have to pay every time I find a set. And I was excited to find a set to offer up. Then the other set is a bone china set. It's a cute little mouse set. You know, some people don't like mice, but I have to tell you, these are cute little mice. And what I love about these little bone china ones, they measure about 2 inches tall. But if you are into collecting kitty cats and stuff like that, or you do a scene, these little ones, like a hickory dickory dock kind of thing, if you're into nursery rhymes, these two little mice right here are going to look so good. So thank you, Brad. I see you're 11. And the research I found, this bone china set only came in a 2 set. It didn't come in a 3. So a lot of the bone china have sets of 3, but this smaller one, and boy, isn't that just a little Tom and Jerry kind of mouse right there? They did such a great job. And then you can see the original bone china sticker on it right there. Like I said, they come in the tall mouse here. So if you can imagine the size of the larger mouse and the smaller mouse, the larger one is about 2 inches. So it's about 2 inches tall. And then the little chipmunk is about 2.5. So we'll hold them up again here. If my camera wants to cooperate so you guys can see. That's going to be your choice, and we're looking for 12 or more. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. You can take 1 or 2 sets. I thought they kind of went together. So looking for 12 or more. Let's count them down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And that mouse, he does stand pretty well on his own. He's just rocking because my hands aren't all that steady. So,
Jason, you need to use that new display board that I made for you.
I do. Wait a minute. I don't have it yet, so I can't use it yet. Hopefully, I get to see you here soon and it shows up. So, there's the bid end. So we had Jill in at 15, and thank you all for all the bids. We had Patty Rose in with just in case 18. So Patty Rose, you get first choice at 16. Let me know if you want the little mouse family or the little chipmunk family. I kind of paired them together because I thought they would look cute together. But just let me know which ones you want, Patty. You can take the little chipmunk family or the mice. All right. Congrats, Patty. They're both yours. You're staying together, guys. You're staying together. All right, Bill.
Jason, you're filling up my car with so many of your own purchases. I'm not going to have room to bring your board.
I don't know what you're talking about, Bill.
All right. I'm going to start this round at 15. And interestingly enough, I have 2 pitchers tonight, but the first one's a pottery pitcher. It's actually, I believe, ironstone, but I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. And it's gorgeous. I believe it's an antique. I researched this company quite a bit. It took me a while to actually decipher the stamp on the bottom because it is worn and it was probably the ink was light to begin with. But this is a gorgeous, if you do shabby chic or you do cottage or country or farmhouse, I just think it's so pretty. There is crazing all over it. It's not going to pick up. There's a tiny little bit of water staining because of the crazing, but this is a look. I know people go for this look, and it's got this beautiful hand painting on it, and it's just green, sort of springish kind of motif. So this is made by the Ford City China Company, Ford City, Pennsylvania. I don't know Ford City, Jason. Do you?
No, I don't. I feel like it's outside of Philadelphia, but
oh, really? I was thinking it was on the other side. I don't know. I meant to look to see where it was, but they were established in 1898 and apparently did a really good business back when people were using wash basins and pitchers in in bedrooms and in washrooms. And this is what this is. This would have come with a basin at some point. But there are no chips, there are no cracks, no hairlines, no repairs, a beautiful applied handle with a really beautiful design. But for me, I think it's the green on white that really make this really soft and lovely. And this is a look I see so many people going for on Instagram when they do their displays or their what do you call those vignettes. So I just thought I would try it because it's a little outside of what I typically do. But this is the pottery company for tonight, because I learned about a new pottery company that I didn't know about. So Ford City China Company, really pretty. Oh, and again, so the hand painting on one side is a smaller version of what you find on the other side. And then there is a little detail here under the spout. Isn't that spout pretty too? Just the way it stands out.
It's amazing how vibrant it is, because usually when you find them, they're heavily crazed with major staining. And this one looks really nice and bright.
And also, this is the kind, that's why I think it might be ironstone or something close to that. This is the kind of pottery that when it chips, it comes off in chunks. Like you don't get a little chip down here like we do on our ceramics. Like the whole foot will come off at a time. Right. And there aren't any on this one. It's just in really, really good condition.
You win, Bill. You were right.
Well, I just had a feeling this was made somewhere around the area that there are a lot of brick houses. I just had a feeling.
Probably in the Irwin kind of area. Yeah. I wonder where Mike is. Our Pittsburgh fella's not here in the chat.
He would know. Yeah, he would know. Thank you, Patty, for the information. I love winning. It's like my goal in life to win a lot. Yeah. But let me just give you you can see how big it is, but let me give you the measurements and then I'll count it down. 7.5 inches tall, 8.5 inches from the edge of the handle to the spout. So thank you all for your bids. I'm going to count it down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
They make great vases and centerpieces too.
Yeah, and it's probably not surprising that this is a place that's very close to the border of Ohio, because it's pottery. Yeah, could you imagine a big spray of the green hydrangeas out of this that are dried? Oh my gosh, that would be so beautiful. Thank you for the bid, and Karen. Melissa had a JIC of 31. Robin had a JIC of 41. So Robin, it's yours for $32. Thank you so much.
All right. And guys, this is a good time to thank you all again for hanging out with us. We greatly appreciate you spending some of your Monday night with us. Please make sure you're subscribed to Garden Guy Bill and myself. We put all of our links down in the description below. If you guys are watching this on the replay, like I know so many of you do, please, it's free. Head on down there and consider subscribing to the two of us. We'd greatly appreciate it. $25 is my next item. And I have to tell you that in all my years of selling this style, I've never had one of these. So I have this silhouette with a mirrored front. I believe this is from the 1930s or 1940s. Okay, it is a jewelry box, and it is in that wood. I tried to research what style of wood they use. It's a porous wood, but usually this kind of wood and this kind of scrolling detail on it is reserved for the swivel frames, like we're all familiar with from the 20s and the 30s. So if you can imagine, it is that same style of wood. So the mirror is in fantastic condition with this Victorian style couple. Sorry, I'm trying to, there you go. Now you guys can really see it. So for it to be from the 1930s and this silhouetted mirror to be in this good a condition is amazing. And it is a jewelry box. So the top piece of wood is the traditional wood. The bottom is cedar, because when you open this, you can smell the cedar. So it is a jewelry box. Here is your base. That's what the bottom looks like. And this is gorgeous. If you guys are looking for a 30s style jewelry box, I think this is for you. So before I open it up, it measures about 10 inches. So about 10 by 8. And then when it sits on your countertop, it's about 3 inches tall. So just look at the great details. There are no chips. There's a little nick right there on the corner, but there's no major gouges. There's no major separation. It's in just overall really, really great condition. And again, this is maybe a little wear right there. This is from the 1930s, possibly early 1940s. So Trendlin, thank you so much. So I want to open it gently. The hinge is a little loose, but it's not going to come off. So here is your inside, and it has a mirror on the base and a mirror on the inside. So not only are you getting the mirror where you can store your jewelry, you have the mirror up here on top. And when you smell this, it definitely is cedar. So, and basically what they did is they have like a foil. Can you guys see that texture underneath? It has a great 1920s, 1930s style foil that's underneath the piece of glass that's in there. And then they have it divided out in that gorgeous gray. And then you go ahead and close it up. And it's this gorgeous, make sure I get my finger out of there. This gorgeous, it's almost like a book. It's almost like a book. And it's this framed jewelry box. So again, I think it's really neat. I researched. I thought I would be able to find one to compare it. I couldn't find anything that was remotely close. I could find the silhouettes. Yes, Bill.
Jason, people are asking that you say what is on top of it again. The reflective thing.
A mirror. It's a mirror. There's a mirror. I know it's probably the way I say mirror. There's a mirror. How should I say it, Bill? Is it mirror?
I'm only reflecting what's in the chat. I say mirror.
I always say mirror. That's how I've always said it around here. It must be a Lancaster, it must be a Pennsylvania Dutch kind of thing. So I always say it's just like water. We say it with a D. It's not water, it's water. Water with a D. So there's a mirror. Is that how you say it, Bill? Mirror.
Mirror.
Mirror. Mirror. There's a mirror. There's a mirror. There's a mirror on the front of a silhouette couple. Although I'll go back to my old ways and say mirror. So again, it's in very good condition. I love the top hat on that fella. I think he's a dapper dude. This would look great if I could get, there we go, because you're seeing all my background. So you can see that there's no real, issues to it. There's no major scratches and there's no major cracks to the mirror whatsoever. So let's go ahead and do a countdown on the jewelry box. Again, the base is cedar. This top part, I do not believe that's cedar. So we're looking for 31 or more. Let's go ahead and count it down. 1930s greatness right here from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I'm telling you, you'll be the only one in town with one of these. This is such cool. It's so cool and it's in such good condition.
Yeah, I would imagine that black is in great condition. It probably scratches pretty easily.
And it's that thinner porcer kind of wood, but there's no issues to this one, just a little bit that I showed you. So Trendlin, congratulations. It's coming to you for $30. All right, Bill.
$5 for choice, Jason. And I have also something that's in a frame, but unlike a mirror, I actually have some needlework. I have two of these. They're different. They're each different. I have two really beautiful cross stitches. Oh my God, it looks really good on camera. I didn't think it was going to come across so much. And I'm bringing this now just to reference that ironstone pitcher that I just brought. This is a wash basin and a pitcher on an old wash stand in front of a window with some really cool early American stitched wallpaper on it. So this is the first choice, just at $5. And they're both the same size. It is, oh goodness. It is 6.5 inches across, 8.5 inches from top to bottom. So the first choice is the wash basin with the pitcher on the wash stand. Now the second choice I had to dissect a little bit because I immediately saw the cat looking at the fish in the fishbowl. Well, no, immediately I saw the plant. That's what I saw first. I saw the plant, then I saw the cat looking in the fishbowl, and then I was trying to figure out what the cat is sitting on. Jason, what do you think this cat is sitting on?
It depends where you're from, but around here we call that a toilet.
Yeah, why does somebody have a fishbowl on the back of their toilet?
Well, isn't that where you put your fish? Isn't that where you put your fishbowl on top of your toilet?
Right there. It's nowhere near my bathroom.
It was a different era. It was a different era. That's all I can say.
It was a different mirror.
Yes, it was a very different mirror.
So as you can see, they're both the same size. They both have hooks to hang. They both have a little bit of tearing on the paper on their back. But other than that, they're in really good condition. The frames themselves are also in pretty good condition. Like the little corner, you see a little bit of paint loss or stain loss, but just really nice. And again, this probably would look good as a pair in a bathroom or in a hallway, but I didn't want to assume someone would want both. So yeah, the stitching is really great. And again, it is, according to my knowledge, this is cross stitch, not embroidery, not crewel, but I think it's cross stitch. And I think it's really neat. The wallpaper matches on both. So thanks everyone for your bids. It's time for me to count it down. So thank you. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And we'll claim them by wash basin or cat.
Brad, is it going to be flushed or is the cat going to eat it first? I think that's the question.
Well, what's funny is my sister taught her cat to use this household fixture, and it really does. It really uses it. Okay, so Trendlin, with your bid of 15, you get them both. Thank you so much.
All right, congratulations, guys. My next round is going to be choice at $22, and it's not Murano, but it's Italian glass, and they call it Venetian glass. Okay, so it is from Italy. I know that because I sold the pieces before, but I can also show you it has its original tag. So let me show you. It's going to be choice. This one I previewed. This is the gorgeous emerald green one. And again, these are little candy dishes. They're just little abstract pieces of art glass is basically what they are. And I believe that the two I have are from the 1960s. Now, I went ahead and put a little fairy light in there. I mean, a little tea light. I thought you could light this up if you wanted to. But these make great little candy dishes. And before we get into it, let me show you the original tag, which this tag is kind of dates it to like the 1960s. So it does say that it is from Italy and it is Venetian glass. So when you look at it from the top, it kind of looks like a clover. Do you see that, Bill? Can you see like the stem? They kind of made it look like a clover. And this one measures about 7 inches wide by about 3 inches tall. And you can see all of the controlled bullet conte in there. So again, you can tell the way they made this because there is just a little extra piece of glass that this is made in the same region of Murano. So it has a lot of characteristics of Murano, but it's Venetian glass. And there was a time when I priced everything at the shop. Thank you, Melissa. I see you for 22. If it was this style of glass, we just called it Venetian because you were never too sure if you wanted to call it Murano or if you wanted to call it Venetian. So it's from Italy, so it is Italian glass. So this is your first choice, the one that I believe kind of would look good in your St. Patrick's Day, kind of like a clover with a stem. Please note that right here, there is a little extra piece of glass. Okay, that's not a chip. That's in the manufacturing. But other than that, it's in very good condition. So your second choice, I thought is good still for Valentine's Day. I got these at the same exact estate, and this one is your abstract looking, and it's reading true to color. It's in the cranberry. So at some of the points, it kind of looks pink, but overall, it would be closer to what I call cranberry. And it sits like a really neat abstract piece of glass. You could use this as a candy dish. You could use it as a little candle holder. And this one still retains part of the same sticker that I showed you on the other one. So this one kind of sits. They actually polished this lip right here. So when it sits, it kind of has its own lip as well. So thank you so much. I see you're 25, Laura. And then I saw you back in, Melissa, at 26. So you're going to be able to pick between the two colors that came from the same estate. One speaks very Valentine's Day to me, and one speaks very St. Patrick's Day. And this one measures at the widest point 6 by 3, 6 by 3. So, and each one of them, they gave a little nub in there. So it looks like a stem. And let me just show you, you can see the controlled bubble. So they were using a lot of Murano techniques in making the glass, and it is a polished bottom. It's just not made in the region of Murano. So Timmy's in at 27. We're looking for 28 or more, and it's going to be on choice. You can take one or two. I want to hold it so you can see that clover kind of effect. And then you can see this abstract, almost leaf style piece of cranberry. So we're looking for 28 or more. You can take one or two. Let's count it down. We are doing just in case for active bidders. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you, Mary Beth. I think they're beautiful too. And if you do mid-century, it's going to look so good. Put a piece of candy in them. Put some candy in. You could put some ephemera in them. You could light them up. They're just nice, heavy, good quality pieces of glass. So there's our bid end, Karen G. Thank you so much. Melissa had a just in case of 43, but we had Circle 7 Farms with a just in case of 55. So for 44, let me know, did you want the cranberry one? Did you want the green one? You can take both if you think you could. You know, they did live a life together. They did come from the same estate, but you can just let me know if you want the green or the cranberry one. All right, congratulations. They are both yours. You're staying together, buddies. You're staying together. All right, Bill.
$26, Jason, and I have something fun. But before I tell you that, I just chatted with Brian. He's actually invoicing a little bit every day this week. He's already sent some out. So if you're in need of your invoice sooner rather than later, just message him and he'll put you at the top of the list. But I know he got a lot of messages, just like I did, asking for us to wait till this weekend because we have another sale on Friday. So, if you need your invoice ASAP, just message him and he'll be on top of it. So I have something interesting. I've never had one of these before. This is a redware ceramic. Have you seen this guy before?
Yeah, I had a collection of these at one time.
Oh, he's fun. So he is a guy hanging outside a bar. Maybe he got kicked out. I don't know. Maybe he's advertising that the bar just opened, but he's leaning up against this light post. There are a couple of funny saying up here in the light post. He's got his bottle, but you can see he's got this big red nose, and somebody gave him a little kiss. I just noticed that. He got a little kiss from somebody.
Yeah. These are great at Valentine's Day. These are great.
On the red nose, it says, yeah, that's fun. That would be good Valentine's Day. I didn't even think about it. On the nose, it says, "This here bar is now open." Yeah. And when you decide that you're going to open your bar at home, his nose turns on to let all of your guests know that you're now serving. This is the original light bulb. I mean, this is the original painting on the light bulb. It's pretty fantastic. And the wire is in great condition. It's actually nice and long too. So there isn't a toggle switch on it, but it is nice and long. And it's super great. It is actual Japan redware. It has a Japan sticker on the back of it right here, the blue and white sticker.
I've never seen one where the bulb says bar. That's a first for me. I mean, that in of itself makes this one even more unique. The fact that it has its original bar bulb on it.
Yeah, and it says, "This here bar is now open." But look at the little. So you see a little paint loss on the flesh color or the flesh tone there, but he's in good condition, really good condition. No chips or cracks. So I bring the ceramics around, and Talos decides he wants to come up on the desk.
Always.
I measured him too. If anyone is interested, I measured him. He is. Why do I have such a hard time with the measurements? He's a size. He's this big. He's this big. Oh, he's my first. He's 8.5 inches tall. The first on the list. Yeah, that is a big nose. That is a big nose. I think I want a Santa like this with a nose.
They make a Santa like that.
Do they really?
Yeah, I don't know if we still have him or not. I sold one like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a size, Amy. I know. I get like that. But I don't see any interest. So we'll bring him back at the recap, and you can think about whether or not this needs to be in your home, in your bar, Father's Day gift, or a gift for somebody that you like. Just a really fun piece.
All right, let me get myself up here. I'm bringing my unique item for the evening, and I thought it kind of complemented Bill's piece. I have now this is not the original, okay, but this is still vintage in the fact that they reproduced these. This one is from the 40s. So this original depiction and everything is original, but they started to reproduce them in the 70s. So it's a heavier gauge tray than the ones made in the 90s or 2000s. So this is a vintage reproduction of this girl, and her name, they always called her Yeah, she is Girl with Wind. So you know this is a reproduction because thank God they went ahead and told us here on the side. If my camera wants to focus, this does say that this is an original depiction from 1943, that the original one came out in 1943, and this is a reproduction of it. But this would look so good in your Americana decor. It has, and it's an original licensed, it does say on the side. So this is an original licensed by Coca-Cola. And I think this is one of my favorite ones. I actually sold the original one about this time last year when I sold with Katie Vintage and Vinyl. And I was so excited to find another one because to find the original one is very difficult. And to find the reproduction one is almost about the same. So $18 if anybody's interested. You can see that there's no major wear to the back. One tiny little speck, I think, of rust that started. But you can just tell the gauge of this tray, it is 1970. So the measurements on it, if anybody's interested, it's about 13 by about 10.5. You can see that there's no major scratching, no major issues. I thought it would look good in your Valentine's Day decor with the red. It even looks good at Christmas time. And she's known as the girl with the wind in her hair. That's how official they were by naming her. And she has her original Coca-Cola bottle. She's classy there with her white glove on it. But again, this is going to take a certain kind of person that's interested in the Americana or the advertising pieces. These are actually fun to use. And with this being a reproduction, I wouldn't be afraid to just go ahead and use it. They're very sturdy. You could use it in the upcoming summertime. If you had a barbecue, she does have great teeth. You're right. She does have, look at those teeth. Gosh, by nowadays standards, that's probably $2,000 in veneers right there she's got. So, but this would be great to use for the upcoming summer. You can go ahead and get those beers and drinks ready, and it's a nice sturdy tray. And it is a nice gauge. But I'm not seeing any interest, and we're going to keep it moving because we do have a lot more rounds, and we'll bring her back in the recap. But if anybody was interested, she is a reproduction from the 70s, from an original 1943 tray that they made, same color, same everything. $18, and let's keep this truck moving, Bill. How much, sir?
$32, Jason.
All
if
right.
anyone is interested in some gorgeous Irish porcelain, I was just thinking it's time for, to start thinking about the Irish and celebrating the spring. I have a gorgeous piece of Balik here. This is really special for lots of reasons, but the price is reflective of a little tiny piece of damage. On this one blue flower, the tip is nipped off. And these are all applied. These are all three-dimensional flowers. So if you saw my holiday tour last year, you know that I'm a big collector of Balik china. Actually, my whole family is. Everyone in my family collects it. I don't even know how many pieces I have. I have so many. And so I know quite a bit about it. This is actually a 140th anniversary piece that was... so Brian used to sell Balik. How great is that? And the great thing is a lot of people, especially when you don't see the Balik that has the shamrocks on them, people at first look at it and think it's Lenox. Mm-hmm. But all you need to do is pick it up. You don't even need to look. You could pick up a piece with your eyes and know if it's Lenox or Balik, because Balik is a very light, thin porcelain. It's very light. Even a piece like this, I don't even think it's a pound. It's very, very light, and it's huge. It's big, and you're right, Kim. You don't see pieces of Balik that are this big typically. So this is the Bloomfield anniversary pattern. It came out in 1997 to celebrate the 140th anniversary of Balik, the Irish China company. It has the blue label on the bottom. There's a whole dictionary of Balik labels if you'd like, because Balik goes back 100 now 100. Almost 170 years, 160 years. And the great thing is they did not take the original tag off, so you can actually identify the pattern based on the tag. So it is the Bloomfield Anniversary Vase. Let me just give you a close-up of that one flower.
Some of these, Bill, some of these anniversary pieces, they command a pretty penny because they did such a good job of commemorating the original. Like I had the shell. Was it the Neptune? I had some Neptune Balik in that same year when they did that. That's crazy what folks are paying for it. I mean, it's hard to find because they didn't make as many of these commemorative pieces.
Right.
Sometimes they didn't make as many as the original.
Right. And this price is reflective of that tiny little piece of damage just because I'm trying to find a home for it. I have two of these. When my mom passed, I got hers. Um, so so if you just Google this or you go to Worth Point and find out what this really goes for, this is even great for a reseller if you want to grab one. It's just so super pretty. I mean, it's so soft. You're right. It would be great for Easter. It's just great. Bleak is great all year round because you can do this with it too. It's just a really nice piece. And as you can see, this is tall. It's almost 12 inches. I want to say it's 11.5 inches. But really pretty. So if you wanted to, have one piece of Bleak in your collection, Irish porcelain or multiples, this is a good one to start with because it's a big one. Most pieces of Bleak, most collectible pieces aren't this big. This is on the much larger size. Actually, my whole collection is in a cabinet right behind me.
Plus, I don't see a lot that have that three-dimensional, that attached flower. So that's
actually, now that you say it, I don't know if there are many at all that have that at all. Most of them are in the mold itself.
And most of it's clover. Most of the Bleak is all clover. That's usually what I see.
Yeah, that's
all right, guys. Make sure you stick around. We are going to do a recap in case anybody wants to think about anything that you passed on earlier. All right, $28. I have it as $25, so we're just going to keep it at $25. I wrote down the wrong thing. So we'll start at $3 less, $25. I have a gorgeous antique piece of Jefferson glass, okay? This one does not glow, okay? Some of the years they have a glow. This one does not, although the green does look like it's uranium green, but it does not fluoresce under black light. So if you guys love, this pattern is called beaded drape, which was one of their famous patterns. Very three-dimensional. You can see all the beading underneath here. This one actually has the 4 feet on the bottom. There's absolutely no damage to it. And this is just a gorgeous, soft green for your spring decor. I like this heading into the Easter season, the St. Patrick's Day season. And if you guys know Jefferson glass, this is a very popular pattern that you can get some more pieces for. So this is the ruffled, crimped console bowl. Again, no chips, no damage. It's in very good condition. Maybe a straw mark because it is antique glass. This was very popular around 1904. Every time I seem to find this pattern, it's always saying 1904. So I've seen it enough. I saw it in a book a couple of times, a reference book. This is right around the 1904, 19 to 1910 era of glass. So it is in the gorgeous green opalescent. Thank you all for the interest. We're in at 27. We're back at 29 with Nikki. This bowl measures 5.5 at the widest point. And then when it sits on your countertop or wherever you're going to put it, it's about 3 inches tall. So you can see it's this gorgeous, gorgeous springtime green. Actually, Fenton brought this kind of color back. Jason, not clover. They are shamrocks. You are correct, Patsy. You are correct. They are shamrocks. When it's the Bleak, I called them clovers. You're right. You're right, Patsy. That is what they are. You can see the great drape work on this. Some of the smaller, like rose bowls or some of the smaller pieces that they have, they use the same exact pattern. So let's get in on that so you guys can see. And this is all raised and you can feel it. It's all textured. No chips at all anywhere on this. They did do this in blue too, and they also did it in a white opalescent, and then they did it with like the frit, so it would have the rose, like it would be the burgundy that was the broken up glass, so it was like the frit, and they would do it on a lip. They did it on the lip, so they did it in the white opalescent, they did it in the blue, they did it in the green. I think that's it. Maybe someone in the chat also knows. Yes, Amy, you're exactly right. But the one that is a step up is that if you can find this in this green and it's uranium and it has that frit around the outside, that looks really good. It almost looks like blood around the outside, for lack of a better example on it. But I love this. I could see you actually putting maybe some Easter eggs in here at Easter time or even at Christmas. This is a great green for Christmas. So thank you all for the interest. I could talk about this all night. Let's go ahead and count it down. We're looking for 30 or more. No, Kim, this one does not glow. Some of the versions glow. That I can't tell you why. I just know that I've sold the Jefferson green more often that it does not glow than the ones that do glow, okay? I don't know if it would be earlier or later, but this one does not glow. So we're looking for 30 or more, and let's count it down from, we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. In my memory bank, I recall that some of the companies used the uranium to make the glass have more clarity. I don't know when or what, but I've seen a lot of these that do glow. Then I've always had the ones that don't glow. So that's all I can help or I can know. So Karen, thank you so much. We'll go backwards. We had Nikki with a just in case of 38, Melissa with a just in case of 47, but we had Circle 7 Farms with a just in case of 57. So for $48, Laura, congratulations. It's coming to you. All right, Bill.
It should be no surprise to anyone that I also brought some opalescent glass today of the older nature. So Jason, this is my high price item for the night. If anyone's interested, it's going to start at $52.
Okay.
And I have the beautiful blue opalescent Fenton pitcher with the ruffled top. And it's in a pattern called, very obviously, it's called drapery. And it does have a slight texture to it. It's not 100% smooth glass. The drapes do sort of have a texture to them, but it is in amazing condition. The ruffles are all great. No chips or cracks. Look at the optic that you get when you look down. It's almost like a blue spider web when you look down into the center. Yeah, this is a really special picture, and I definitely see this being used for floral arrangements. It's just so gorgeous. The beautiful applied blue handle. And this does not have the sort of fluorescence to it other than that really cool milky green color that you get sometimes when you put on blue opalescent glass, but it's not a true glow, but it does look really neat. Like that blue milky color. And it's a large piece. It is 9.5 inches tall. And again, in the drapery pattern. To my knowledge, this also comes in a green. I didn't see it in any other colors, but there may be other colors. But it comes in the blue opalescent and the green opalescent. And again, it's a big, big piece. I always imagine if we had one of those homes where you had one of those round tables in your entryway, well, that you had an entryway when you walked into your grand doors, but you had a round table in it. This to me would be something on that table with your peonies and then your roses and then your hydrangeas. That's kind of like the fantasy world that I live in, because I think it's that pretty. So beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It would be a great gift for somebody.
I have never even been able to afford to touch one of these to ever have one. I mean, this is an amazing pattern by Fenton.
Yeah, I was super fortunate to find this. I came across someone who didn't know what it was. So that's really the story. But super, super pretty.
Amazing. And the fact that there's no hard water issues, there's no chips to it, and it's a dainty, lighter glass than some of the later Fenton pieces.
Yeah, there's really no indication, even if it was ever used. So there's definitely no hard water stains in it. Right. There's no of the sickness that Jason talks about a lot. I mean, you can see the clear areas of the bottom are just as clear as the clear areas of the top. And now that I look at it up close, there's applications for this in a mermaid bathroom.
There is. There absolutely is.
There really could be.
Absolutely.
All right. Yes, it is smooth. No, the inside is also textured. These drapes, so where the clear comes in, each of the blue drapes is slightly raised. So it's raised on the front and depressed on the inside. I hadn't put my fingers in there. Yeah, but it kind of reminds me of the petals. It feels like the petals on a Viking piece, how the petals are depressed on the inside and raised on the outside. Yeah.
And Bill, that's like a Tiffany blue. I think if you were going to, it's like a Tiffany blue in person. I love that blue. It's the opal that makes it feel Tiffany.
Let me see if I can get you to see where'd my black go? Oh, let me see if it makes a difference by putting black behind it. A little bit.
It made it pop. Yeah. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's really pretty. I love it. So, but we have somebody who's interested. So I'm going to go ahead and count it down. So thank you so much for your bid. If anyone else is interested, now is the time. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yeah, this is the kind of gift I would gladly accept.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a gift of love right there.
Yeah, you got to really like somebody for this, right? So thank you, Karen. Robin, you didn't need your just in case. You are the new owner of this gorgeous piece for $52. Thank you.
Congratulations, Robin. Good score. All right, guys, $10 choice, and I have some jewelry. I should have probably brought it earlier, but I kept missing it off to the side here. So $10 choice, and I thought both of these would be suiting to bring, especially with Valentine's Day here. So if someone isn't going to send you a dozen roses, you can wear the dozen roses. It's this gorgeous bouquet. They are like enameled and enamel painted, and they have those little rhinestones in the center. So this is not signed, but it is costume. I do believe that this is probably 1970s to the 1980s for this piece of jewelry. And it's a nice weight, and it's a gorgeous little piece. And I do say this from time to time, that the jewelry can be used as decorative decor. So this is a piece that you could, thank you so much, Teal. This is something you could just sit in with some of your ephemera, or you could just, tuck it into like a little nook somewhere. And it's just this gorgeous little bouquet of red flowers, okay? I don't believe that there's any wear. Like here, you see that metal. I just believe that's the under part where they actually curled the metal around. So in very good condition, and it measures just about 1.5 inches by about 1.5 inches, okay? So that's your first choice at $10. This other piece, this is actually stamped sterling, okay? It's this very Art Deco style. Let me hold it like this. It's an Art Deco style heart with 2 other little hearts. So I know you're saying to me, Jason, you're starting a piece of sterling at $10. Well, I do believe that this was probably somebody's brooch that they wore, and they had family members' birthstones added there, okay? So I do believe there's somebody's birthstones, so maybe this was, individualized for them, but I don't think it has to be. So, Paula, we're looking for 11 or more. We're in at 10 with steel, looking for 11 or more, but it's a very, very pale pink right there. And then we have almost like a ruby red, and then we have an amber colored stone. And then those 2 other hearts there in the middle, I think they look very Art Deco-y. I think that looks very Deco-y. And if we can get it to focus right there underneath, it is stamped right there in the center, sterling silver. So it is stamped sterling silver. And this little brooch, this one measures just about 1.25 inches by 1.25 inches. So we are at 10, looking for 11 or more. Let me see if we can get this in here and show you guys the great detail. This is just a gorgeous, gorgeous little heart brooch. And maybe you have family members that they would be their birthstones. And it doesn't have to be. I love the fact that they're all clear. And I do believe those are glass in there. I do believe they're glass rhinestones. But again, please note 3 of them are colored. 1 of them is like a pale pink. 1 is like a ruby red. There we go. I just got the light to catch the ruby, and the other one is an amber. So I see everybody's bids. We have Karen in at 12. We have Robin in at 13. Gina is in at 14. January and November. All right. So those would be 2 of those birthday months. And there that is. Hello, Mary. Good to see you. And then your first choice, look at how that just kind of glows. The enamel paint on those roses just glows. And then all the little rhinestones are still intact. All right. Pink could be October. So nonetheless, I think that little heart is just so cute. And I think it's very, very Hollywood Regency kind of feeling. It's very deco, yet 1950s, all in the same kind of feel. So let's go ahead and count it down. I just see Debbie came in at 15. So we're looking for 16 or more. This one is marked sterling. So the heart brooch is marked sterling. The other one is just costume. And those flowers are enameled metal. So we're looking for 16 or more. Let's count them down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 16 or more. Top bidder can take 1 or 2. And you'll just say heart or flower. Heart or flower. And I think they both kind of look good together. They look kind of neat there together. So, Paul, I see you're just in case. Thank you so much. And there, thank you, Karen G. And thank you, Kim. Thank you both for assisting us here tonight with 15 and then 16. Paula, you get first choice. Let me know, did you want flower? Let me know if you want the flower one or the heart one. And you can take both if you wanted both. Just let me know if you want heart or flower, heart or flower. And then Debbie Gutierrez, you'll have backup. Paula, you're taking the heart. So Debbie, let me know if you wanted the flower. Debbie, you could have the flower brooch if that's what you were interested in. And then we'll go back to Gina, Robin, Karen, and I can do this in the chat. I just like to hear from Debbie. If you're interested in the flower one at 15, all you have to do is say yes. And then, guys, if you can just help us out in the chat as you go in order, just let me know if anybody is interested after I hear back from Debbie. Debbie, if you're interested in the flower one, that would be at 15. And then we'll just keep working back. So pass, no problems. Thank you so much. And then Gina, you're next. And then Robin, you'll be next. So if you guys can just let me know. Hello, William. Good to see you, sir. Gina, just let me know. Okay, Gina, that was a pass. And then the next one, I think, is Robin. So Robin, let me know if you were interested. And I can watch the chat. If Robin passes, then Karen, you'll be on deck. All right, Bill.
All right, Jason, I have choice starting at $15 if anyone's interested in some springtime critters for their collections. I have two of the Annalee sort of spring-themed stuffed figures. The first one is this amazing mouse with this kind of vest on with all the flowers on it and the top hat. Super cute. The tail is wired such that when you put it on a surface, it can stand on its own. I was familiar with the Christmas and the Halloween Annalees. I didn't know they did ones for other times in the year. So when I saw these, I really thought they were super cute. To me, these aren't the scary kind. These are the cute kind. So this Annalee with the flowers is 8.5 inches tall and in great condition. Its tag, it took me a while to locate it. It does have its Annalee tag. It's on the inside of the vest. It's up there on the inside of the vest. So it does have its tag that it's original Annalee. So that's the first choice. The second choice is this little sweet one with the monarch butterfly that is actually resting on its wrist. How cute is that? And this one is an old one. So it has a kerchief around its neck. And this one was originally made in 1965, but this is the 1982 version of this little guy in the overalls with the butterfly on its wrist. Cute little wafts of hair. Also has the old 1980s Annalee tag that came with them back then. But super cute. And again, it does have its Annalee tag for those collectors who want to know on the back here. This one is a bit smaller than the other one. This little one with the butterfly is 6 inches tall. So here's the size comparison. But for me, I think definitely this is, I mean, they're great year round, but if you're a holiday decorator, this is great Valentine's Day through Easter, through the end of spring. And then this one is for me Easter, but also summer because that's when the butterflies are out. So really cute. I'm guessing, I know this is a mouse. What's this?
I always thought that was the bunny. I thought,
maybe it's a bunny.
Yeah, I think he's a bunny.
Oh, maybe it's a bunny. Maybe, I don't know.
He's got droopy ears. His ears, he's all into it with that butterfly, so his ears are down.
He's like amazed that this butterfly is checking him out. Like, what's going on there? All right, I'm going to go ahead. It was actually, who was with me? Were you guys with me when that, because insects like to land on me. Were you guys with me when that praying mantis hung out with me?
Yeah, we were on Ohio together when we were sitting out back of the Airbnb. Yep.
Yeah, the insects just like hanging out with me too. So I vibe with this guy. I get him. So I'm going to start a countdown. We're looking for 18 or more for choice. So Amy said yes. I need to remember those things a little bit better. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yeah, they are cute. They could be buddies. Yeah, mosquitoes like me too. They do.
These other holidays are kind of difficult to find.
I know. I didn't realize it. I didn't realize it because I do come across the Christmas ones quite frequently, but these are not as easy to find. Okay, so thank you all for your bids. Bid end. Thank you, Karen. So what did I see? Daisy Girl at 21, Karen at 25, Robin at 27. So Robin at 26, let me know if you wanted butterfly or top hat. And your backup, Karen, if anything is left over and you want it. And then Daisy Girl. Thank you all three for your bids. So butterfly or top hat. This will be easy for me to watch the chat, Jason.
All right, Bill. My next round is going to be choice at $20 choice, if it wants to queue up there for me. And this is my pottery of the evening. And Bill, am I going to pronounce this right? Because I think it's Sweetie. I think it's Sweetie. Yeah. Am I saying that right? I think it's Sweetie. Have you ever had this? I had this pottery years ago. Have you ever sold or had this pottery before?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, isn't it? It's really cool looking.
It's a good, hardy pottery, and it's made in Ohio. Okay, so it's made in Ohio, so we know it's a good, heavy, hardy kind of pottery. Now, online, I don't find a lot of these pillar or these larger vases. Okay, so this is your Hollywood Regency. This is your mid-century. This is even your modern decor. So you have choice between the silver, the weeping silver, or I actually then found one in gold. I had the silver one in Q because I thought this would look classy in your Valentine's Day with some reds. It would look good at St. Patrick's Day with some greens. And then I found a gold one. So they are identical in the way they have this great swirl. And they usually call this like a weeping gold. So they call it like a weeping gold or it's a weeping silver. And it's very Hollywood Regency.
I see New Year's Eve.
I do too. This one, yes, this one I do too. And these are great to use at your entryway table like Bill was talking about. They're great, especially this time of the year as we're heading into spring, when you guys are going to be out in the garden and you're going to cut those larger flowers with larger stems. These are going to be nice and sturdy to hold all of that. And in all my research to find these urn, I always called this urn style. Bill, with your gardening flowers, I always call these an urn style. So it's just that kind of shape. And these are nice and weighted at the bottom so you can put a lot in there. And there's no major crazy, no major chips. Again, I wouldn't be afraid to use these. And they measure 8.5 inches tall. So that's your silver one. And then we have one in gold. So these were popular in the 40s and the 50s, but very Hollywood Regency, very mid-century. Look at that swirl. And each one is just a little bit different. And then you have a high glaze, almost like a gilding to it. And then you have like the unpolished part. It's kind of like they just put swoosh marks on it. So let me get up here. It almost looks like it's wet. It looks like it's almost sweating. Like, do you know what I mean? Like a piece of glass that's kind of sweating. So they're in very good condition. I actually had just purchased the silver one to offer up because, again, Bill's right. Very New Year's Eve. I also think that silver used with, springtime colors looks very classy, and I love their stamp. And they're from Salem, Ohio.
Were you able to date these?
Yes, my best date on these is, believe it or not, they were the late 40s in through the 50s, and then they also made them into the 60s. So they made this pattern for a very long time. Now, this weeping was very popular in the latter 50s into the early 60s. That's all I could find.
I think that it's late 40s too, but what I was going to say is because in the 1980s they did that Deco revival.
Yes.
If you are doing an 80s theme, these would look really good in that room too.
It would. They made this for a very long time, except it seemed a little differently the way they made the weeping pattern in the earlier years versus the later.
Well, the later years, the weeping pattern had bubble texture on it.
Yep, it was a little more radical than this. This, I would probably think this would be late 40s, maybe into the very early 50s. That was my best guess on this. But it's now, by today's standard, they call this Hollywood Regency. But and there were a lot of companies that did this technique that they called weeping gold. And you can actually see that it's almost mirrored. And from what I also take, this was their way of mimicking mercury glass, because they used to make, in Victorian times, they made a lot of mercury glass vases, just like we sell the mercury glass candles. This was their way of this being more hardier and more utilitarian to have that kind of effect to it. So, Trendolin, I see you in at 25. Again, no damage, no issues. Both are stamped, and they both measure about 8.5 inches tall. So, high bidder can take one or two. Let's go ahead and count them down. Looking for 26 or more from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. These I just think are iconic. They're going to go good with glass. They're going to go good with other pottery pieces like your Hager, anything mid-century, modern. Even if you do like a 40s Hollywood Regency, 50s Hollywood Regency kind of feel. CB, I see you in at 26. And there's our bid end. All right. So CB, you get first choice at 26. Let me know if you wanted the silver one or if you wanted the gold one, and you can take both if you wanted both. I thought they would be neat on a mantle with twos. Trendolin, you'll have backup at 25. But CB, let me know. You get first choice. This one is your silver. Silver one is yours. Congratulations. Trendolin, let me know if you wanted the gold one. You can definitely have the gold one. If you pass, we'll bring it back in the recap. So CB, silver one is yours. Trendolin, you could have the gold one if you're interested. All right, Bill.
$10, Jason. She wants the gold.
Congratulations, guys. Thank you.
So I have a beautiful little piece of china or porcelain, actually. You can't see it. It's a piece of Nippon, and it's the Nippon stamp with the sunrise on it. So that gives us an indication that it's probably around the time that those vases that Jason were made, or maybe a little bit before. But it is a beautiful, sweet, hand-painted hair receiver with this gorgeous sort of painted detail on it. Very floral, but also has some geometric on it. It's mostly pink and gold, and it's in amazing condition. No chips or cracks. And it's interesting because I saw an article in a magazine, not Martha Stewart, Tina, another magazine, where people were coming up with really interesting ways to use old hair receivers now. So I actually have one in my shipping room now, one that's a little bit more sturdy than this, and I have ribbon on the inside, and I use it to store the ribbon for when I package up my little packages for people. But it's super pretty. I mean, very, very Valentine's Day, but just very sweet and feminine and soft. But I just love this little black and blue detail in the midst of all these this garland of flowers that are around it, and then the beautiful pink and gold stripes, nice and clean on the inside. It's 3-footed too. A lot of them don't have feet. Many of them do, but not all of them. And the feet have some gold painted detail as well. This is a hair receiver, Robin. So in Victorian times, these were very popular when women would brush their hair, or maybe men use them too. But I only know when women brushed their hair, they would store their hair in here because hair was actually used for multiple things. But the most common thing that hair was recycled for was they would take them to specialized trained people who would create new what do you even call them, hair appliances, so that they could tuck them under their hair to give their hair more volume. But hair was also used in a lot of art pieces. They made floral frames and sculptures out of hair, so they were meant to collect your hair from your brush.
And Bill, wasn't it even utilitarian that they would twine hair together to use it almost like a string and things like that?
Yep, hair was a valuable commodity back then. Mm-hmm. Now we just let it go down the drain.
This is true.
So thank you everyone for your bids. This is a really beautiful little piece of history. And I'll start the countdown. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yeah, you're right. They made jewelry with hair. A lot of really interesting things with hair. I think Heather, if I'm not mistaken, I think Heather has a video about it. Heather Antique Agenda.
I think she does, and they actually made mourning pieces with leftover hair when folks were gone.
Okay, so with Melissa's 15 and Patty Rose's just in case of 17, Patty Rose, this is yours for $16. Thank you so much.
Hey guys, thank you all for hanging out with us. If by chance you're not subscribed to Garden Guy Bill, we made it really easy. His links are down below. Please follow me here at Mother Tucker's. Again, if you guys are watching this in a replay, please head on down there, give us both a follow. It's an easy way to show our small business support. So, and again, Karen G, thank you so much for being our official mod and bid ender. And Kim Desert Gal, thank you so much. So, All right, guys, I need to bring some plush and some kitsch because that's what I personally am into and love. And this little guy is in really good condition. He was made in Japan. He's starting at $14. And I still have Valentine's Day on the mind because I think he's your little love hound. I think he's your little love hound. He's your little long-snouted dog. Now, he has his original tag, and the original tag on it does say Japan, if I can get it to focus. And then in that little round area, it's a company called Jesta. It's spelled Jesta. So it's Jesta. And this little fella, he's like mohair, okay? So he's like mohair, and then he has this velour underneath his ear. So he's in very good, clean condition, no issues. And he still has his LeMay dog collar on. So how cute is this little guy? He's going to be your little love hound. He has the little paperboy style cap on like me and Bill like to wear. So maybe he's your little dog version of Bill or Jason. I don't know. Maybe that's weird, but he's got these a little weird. He's got these felt eyes that are in very good condition with no moth holes. You can see that they have the sewn in little lines there for his snout. And he's got just little subtle little specks there. He's got his little dark specks there. So cute little kitschy made in Japan dog. Thank you, Robin. I see you in at 14. Again, he's going to be great with your plush if that's what you collect. Again, I was thinking little hound dog, little love hound. His ears, they're kind of reading red on screen. They're almost like he's almost like a ginger. He's almost like a ginger. And then his tail is the same color. And he measures just about 8 inches tall by 10. And he will sit on his own. So he does have the like sawdust on the inside. So his legs are hard, but the center is a little softer. So you can see me squeezing him a little bit. So he does sit so cute. But I just think he's such a derpy, cute little fella. He's got his little ball cap on there, just a cute. And that's almost like a yellow. So it's reading true to color. Plus the fact that, and these were very, you can find some of these dogs that have their leashes, you find them with the poodles and things, and they're very collectible. And the fact that that collar is still on and intact, if you don't like it, you could take it off, but it is original to him. He'd have been your little pet, your little dog. So you can see the stitching's in very good condition, very clean. Let's go ahead and count him down. We're looking for 15 or more. Thank you so much, Robin. Cute little doggy in good condition. So 15 or more. So we'll count from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid and made in Japan. And the company, again, is Jester. Jester import, cute little made in Japan puppy dog in very good condition. Yes,
Jason,
Bill.
I would like a hat in that pattern, though. So next time we go shopping, I want to look out for that one.
We'll find it. Congrats, Robin. He's coming your way. You got a home, buddy. You're heading to Ohio. Congratulations. All right, Bill.
$14 for choice, and I have some glass animals tonight. They're both amber, and they're both by the same company. I have the classic amber Pilgrim glass whale in really good condition. The whale, so these are actually hand blown. The whale is always pulled at the snout. So there's always a little roughness at the snout because that's where it's pulled from, right up here. But yeah, these are hand blown, and this one still has its Pilgrim sticker. I've had the whale quite a few times. It comes in multiple colors, but I've never had the whale with the Pilgrim sticker on the bottom. So super cute. The whale is, I'm going to say it again. The whale is a certain size. The whale is 2 inches tall, 4.5 inches across. So the Pilgrim whale is the first choice. Now here is one I have not had before. It's also Pilgrim. And it is the pig.
Oh my God. I never had a pig before.
I never had the pig. And look at this corkscrew. The corkscrew tail is in amazing condition. It's so good. I suspect that the tail may be applied. It doesn't, I don't see a seam, but I can't imagine they were able to blow it like that.
No.
But this actually does also have the Pilgrim sticker on it. On the side, and I love that you can actually display it with or without the sticker if that's what you'd like. You can barely see the sticker through. So these are amber. These are not the Amberina because Pilgrim also did Amberina, so there is no glow to these. And the pig is just a little bit bigger than the whale. The pig is 2.5 inches tall, but 4.5 inches long.
I can't believe they still have their original sticker, Bill. You almost never find them with their sticker.
I know. Yeah, and at this point, I can look at a whale and know whether or not it's pilgrim because I've seen so many of them. But the pig was new to me, so if it didn't have the sticker, I probably would have second guessed myself. But pilgrim just did so many of these different animals in this sort of scale. Yeah. They're just really good, really good. So thank you all for your interest. We are getting down to the end. We have 2 more rounds after this, so I'm going to start the countdown if you're interested. And again, the just in case option is available. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Pilgrim has a beautiful blue color, a green color, and an amberina color. And I think I've seen a few things in clear. Yeah, I think those are the span of Pilgrim's glass colors, though.
That pig is really good.
Yeah, and the you can see how thin the legs are as well, and it's in such good condition. I wonder if we didn't see this one so much because the legs and the tail would get broken and maybe get started. I don't know. Thank you for the bid end, Karen. So Gina, with your bid of 30, you have first choice. Let me know if you'd like the whale or the pig. Then Patsy, you're back up at 29. Patty Rose, you are back up at 27. And I think those were our active bidders.
I'll keep looking here, Bill. Yeah, I think that was everybody. Yep. Man, that pig is really good.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Did you just find these or did you have these for a while?
I've had the whale for a long, long time. The pig is a recent find. So Gina, thank you. The whale is yours. I appreciate it. So Patsy, let me know if you are interested in the pig. And if not, Patty, you're back up. You can let me know if you're interested in the pig.
Pig is 6 babies. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get myself started then, Bill. All right. Get me moved over here. My next item is going to start at $16. Okay. And it's been a while since I've had like a true planter to sell with Bill. So I'm kind of not holding up to my end of the bargain. So this little one speaks to me that it's more like a cherub than it is an angel. So this one is made in occupied Japan. It is this cute little cherub. And I do believe that that would be like a grapevine that it is flying beside. So it's in very good condition with no chips, no cracks. You would think that with those legs and those wings that something may have been damaged. There is no damage at all. Deborah, I see you in at 18. Thank you so much. Very clean on the inside. This doesn't have to just be a planter. This can be your figurine because of so much detail. So let me show you that it does say made in occupied Japan here on the bottom. And I don't find a lot of occupied Japan pieces that have this great of detail like the later made in Japan pieces. Sometimes I find the very like dull occupied Japan that don't have these great details like the hands and the eyes. And again, it has this great, what do they call that? I wish it's just maybe somebody remembers in the chat, like the cherubs that they had the cloth draped on them. I thought there was a terminology that it's not like a toga. That's not right. But like there was a term for this cloth that they would drape over them. I forget what the exact, Bill, am I even on to anything or am I just?
I'm sure you are. It's just not something I'm familiar with.
I forget what it's called. He's like this dirty little blonde. And again, his wings are intact. There's no chips. There's no cracks. Let me give you some measurements on it. Again, this is occupied Japan. This isn't 1960s. This is a little earlier than that. It's about 5 inches tall by 5 inches wide, and then it's about 4 inches deep. So again, all the cold paints in very good condition. It's just a very unique little, if you guys are into like cherubs, if you guys are into angels, or again, I was thinking Valentine's Day with this little fella. He's got his little booty there. And again, it's very clean on the inside. I don't know that this has ever really been used. So I'll spin it around here really quick, and then we're going to do a countdown because we have Deborah in at 18. We're looking for 19 or more. No chips, no cracks, no repairs, not even any major crazing, and cold paint seems to be in very, very good condition. So 19 or more, let's count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. You can actually hang something from his hand if you wanted to. What do you think? Maybe, Kim. Maybe I am, Kim. Maybe that's my years of Catholic school coming out. That could be. I don't know. I just thought there was a term for that. That it's like a loincloth that they were. I just thought there was
not
a
a
name.
loincloth.
No, I know it's not. And I know it's not a toga either, but it's something along those lines. So, Deborah, congratulations. It's yours for $18. Thank you so much. All right, Bill.
So I have one more piece of older glass, $22, Jason. And I brought this because it's a color and a pattern I've never owned before. It is a carnival glass bowl. It's called the 8-point bowl. There are 8 ruffles on it, so it's a symmetrical bowl. But it's actually this is imperial glass. This is an imperial glass piece. And you can see the carnival really nice with the lights that I have. It's really pretty. But this is in their smoke color. So yeah, this is the smoke color, and it's in a pattern. Again, I've never seen this pattern before. It's called Diamond Ring.
Oh, it's a good pattern. I love
that pattern. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, that's good.
It's really beautiful. So I've been kind of staring at this for a few weeks. This was in my grandmother's my storage unit. So she had this in her store at one point, and I've been staring at it, and I'm like, maybe I need to bring this and see if I can find a home for it, because it's really pretty. I mean, look at all the diamonds up in this depression here, and then down here, and then you have I guess this is where they call the diamond ring, this part here. And it just is a repetitive pattern all the way around, and it's a really pretty color. And it, it's carnival glass, so when you look at it, you see lots of different colors in it. But as I was looking at it, I was flashing a light around the room, and I noticed out of the corner of my eye, this thing is also full of uranium.
Where are you hiding all this weird uranium glass, Bill? This is crazy.
I had no idea. I didn't know a color like this would have uranium in it. But again, so it really dates it, as an older piece of imperial. Here is, and it actually doesn't even have the IG on it, so that is early imperial glass. Right. But look at that beautiful base too. Isn't that great? Look at all the uranium that's in it.
And Bill, Robin's asking, the base color on this is not blue. It's a smoked color, right?
No, I think this is one of the ones where the base color is actually clear. Smoky clear. No, it's not a base of blue. It's not a base of marigold. It's actually none of the base colors I've ever seen, but imperial glass didn't follow the same rules that Fenton and the other carnival glass companies did. I think this is on clear, smoky clear glass, and that's why they call it the smoke, because sometimes you can actually see like a honey color yellow. It's definitely not marigold, right? And then you do see a little amethyst down here around the edge. It's kind of like a beautiful unknown, but I believe it's on clear glass, clear smoky glass.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have to say, until I did the research, I didn't even know that this smoky color existed.
It's a hard color to find.
And I've been around carnival glass for a while, so this is a really fun thing to find. And I love this honey color that you see on the inside. It's so pretty.
It's like it's glowing gold, Bill. The way you're holding it, it just looks like you're holding a piece of gold.
It really does. And I think it enhanced by the diamond cut in it. So this is definitely old EAPG because the cuts are deep, So it is molded though. Yeah, there are mold lines, but they're good mold lines. They're not those ones that we get. But just the surprise of the uranium was just really cool. Yeah. So anyway, beautiful piece of glass. I know I was heavy on glass tonight, but I just wanted to bring this one to see if anyone would be interested. It's just such an interesting piece. All right, I'm going to start a countdown. If anyone else is interested, now is the time. We have one more round after this before our recap. Oh, I should give you a size. I'm sorry. It's 3.5 inches tall, but 9.5 inches from side to side. So it's a nice big piece. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. I don't often get sidetracked by a piece of carnival glass these days, but this one is just so fun to look at.
Yeah, that's neat.
And you said wonder what my grandmother knew about it, because I'm sure carnival glass was one of her things. So
gotcha. And that's the 6-point bowl, right?
This is 8, I believe.
8-point bowl. Okay.
Yeah, 8.
All right.
Thank you once again, Karen. You're so helpful. So Anne had a 31 and Robin came in with a just in case of 51. So Robin, this is yours for $32. Thank you once again.
It's a gorgeous piece of glass. Congratulations. All right, just $12. And I'm going to take us back to, this is a studio or hobbyist piece. And this to me screams the 70s. So Tina found this the other day and I was really excited to offer because I know this is one of these things that kind of pulls at the heartstrings because I think we all knew folks that decorated with this in the 70s and the 80s. So again, I was still holding on to Valentine's Day, but this doesn't have to be put out for Valentine's Day. I love the way they spelled out love in this. And if you look in here, it's almost like a dusty pink kind of color that they painted the inside of the love with. And then it has like the rope effect to it. It's supposed to look like it's on a faux piece of wood, which that's what I love. But it is made of ceramic. Look at the way they painted the flower pot with the little daisy. And then you have this very 1970s, early 80s couple. She's got that big bonnet on. He's got that big oversized Garden Guy Bill or Jason style hat. Then they gave him a blue eye. And look at just the details. So again, I know hobbyist pieces are very popular at Mother Tucker's these days. I thought this would look neat in your decor. You can hang it. You could get some string in there, some wire through there, or you could put this on an easel and just put it on display. So it is a nice hefty piece of ceramic and it is heavily glazed, no chips, no cracks. It measures about 8 wide by about 7.5 inches tall. So I won't spend too much time on it. I think I'm pushing the Valentine's agenda a little later in the year. But again, this does not have to just be Valentine's Day. This could be for a cute little love couple, or especially if you know somebody that's maybe going to get married. This style is what's popular again. It's that some still call it boho. Thank you, Robin. Some call it that 1970s kind of feel. All of this is what the folks are starting to decorate with again. And this is what's selling in my store. So I'm trying to also offer up on these lives what I see selling in my store. So it is a tan brown. She's pink and he's painted in the butter yellow with a almost like a periwinkle blue hat and pants. And then in the light, this almost looks like a smoky pink in here. So let's go ahead and count it down. Thank you so much, Robin. I knew somebody would enjoy this into their vintage retro decor. It is like a train engineer. You're exactly right. He does look like a train engineer. So looking for 13 or more. Let's go ahead and count this down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid Ed, and they did a pretty doggone good job here. Like they stayed in those lines really good. I mean, I think it's a high quality studio or hobbyist piece. And it's just a really neat plaque. I mean, Bill, I think you remember back in the day going in folks' homes with that kind of font.
I went into my home and saw that. Believe me.
All right. I did too. All right, Robin. Thank you so much. Congratulations. All right, Bill.
$1, Jason.
Oh, all right.
And I'm using this as an opportunity to announce an upcoming event. I have an antique 1913 St. Patrick's Day postcard with this lovely lady on it. And Jason, she has a platter of something. Do you know what's on that platter?
Oh, is that potatoes? Are they Irish potatoes? I can't see it. It's so what?
They're shamrocks, my friend.
Oh,
they're shamrocks.
Oh,
Not
I thought
clover.
maybe they were
Not
Irish.
clover. They're shamrocks.
Oh,
and then on the other hand, she's holding a whole stack of pipes.
Okay.
So I'm bringing her to announce that this upcoming Friday, the 4 guys, the Valentinos, are getting back together. This time we'll be on Instagram. Many of you joined us last Friday here on YouTube. We'll be on Instagram this upcoming Friday for our Get Lucky sale. Things that are St. Patrick's Day and St. Patrick's Day adjacent, for those of you who are looking for pottery or glass or ephemera. Everything won't be explicitly Irish. But we're doing our monthly sale over on Instagram on Friday at 8 o'clock. That's myself and Jason and our buddies Brian at Mid-Century Mister and John at Everyday Holiday Displays. So that's why I brought this and started at $1 so I could announce it. This is a lovely postcard. It's been in my collection and my display for a while, quite a few years. It was sent on March 17th, 1913, but it must have been hand delivered because there's no postage on it. But there's gorgeous penmanship on it. And it was sent here in New Jersey to a town called Plainfield to Miss Bessie Lace on Somerset Street from her Aunt Pensy. I love the names from back then.
I love the names. Ooh.
So, dear Bessie, with love from Aunt Pensy.
So good.
So good, yeah. And this was actually this is a German card, so it's embossed, as you can see. It's maybe you can't see, but the lady on the front is raised, and she's gorgeous. She's lovely, and it's in great condition. That's why I haven't even taken it out of the plastic, because there's no bends, there's no tears. There might be a little bend up here at the corner, but it's really tiny.
I still want her to have a platter of potatoes.
She doesn't, Jason. Okay. Although, if she's a true Irish girl, she has some potatoes in her socks. Okay. So, do you know about that? Right.
No, I don't know.
Do that. Yeah. So when you were sick as a kid, if you had an Irish grandmother, which I did, she would stick a potato or two in your socks when you slept at night.
And that was supposed to cure or ail you of?
Potatoes cure everything, my friend. Come on.
Well, I mean, I do love a good potato, but I don't know that they cure, disease. Sure they do. Sure they do.
Of course they do. All right. So I'm sorry. The front says, and it's the green shamrock.
I mean, this is really vibrant and good color on this. And actually, they make figurines just like her. So if you have one of the ceramic figurines, she would look really good with that.
And she would look great in one of those little, I showed you her earlier. You saw her in one of those little card holders. But I'm going to count her down. Thank you all for your interest. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Look at the little shamrocks on her dress, and her little heel is up in the air. She's just fancy. I love it.
She got classy shoes there, Bill. She's pretty fancy.
She's on her way to something special. I think we need bonnets like this for our Get Lucky sale.
I'll have a hat. The one I wore last year, but I don't know if I'll try to find a bonnet.
Get a bonnet. Tina, hook them up. You probably got one somewhere, Tina. So thank you all for your bids. Kelly, congratulations. She is yours for $25. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, we'll get myself queued up here. $20 on my last item. And I thought this would be neat this time of the year. I actually had this for a minute. A lot of people were calling this Fenton. Okay, I'm not confident. I'll just tell you, in all the research, every time I found it, they said it was Fenton. I don't think it is. It's a quality glass maker, and I know it speaks soap dish, but they actually call this a pond. Okay, so this little duck here, and you can see the great detail on him. Look at that mallard, like you can see his beak, and this almost speaks to me like it's almost like French style glass. It's not.
Yeah, I would think that too.
It's very high quality. It actually has these dimples on the bottom, and now I thought this piece would be great to use as a couple different things. Everybody thought it was a soap dish. A lot of people called this they said that it was a pin dish. They called it a ring dish or a soap dish. And I think this would be good if you guys like collect little figurines and you want like a little lagoon or a little, just a little something to put maybe your little baby ducks in, you could. So it's a nice high quality piece of frosted glass. Again, it's that mallard duck, and it has like these waves on it. And then this bubbling effect is on the underside. So it's not like going to hold your soap or anything like that. So I think it's probably a pin dish or a jewelry dish. It measures about 4 inches tall by about 5.5 inches wide. So no chips, no cracks. It's just a very nice high quality piece of frosted glass. Let me get in here so you guys can see his face. They did give him some really, really great detail. And again, if you guys had any small little figurines, you could definitely pop them in there. Thank you. I see Melissa in at 20. I see Circle 7 in at 22. And again, this could be used as a little ring catcher. Put it next to your sink. Put it next to your bed. I see it being more used as a little pin dish or just a little trinket dish. So thank you guys for all the interest. I see you in, Melissa, at 23. I see Laura in at 25. So we're looking for 26 or more. There's no chips or cracks. It is molded glass. So you can see there is a seam line on it. There's no glow to it. It'll glow like a purple under the black light. That's all you're going to get. So let's go ahead and count it down. We're looking for 26 or more. It's a high quality piece of glass. It is not, I do not believe it's fentanyl, although everybody seems to think it is. So counting down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, it's coming in at 4 inches tall, and then it is roughly about 5.5 inches across. So
Colleen, we want to thank you for hanging out with us too. It's been really fun. We love having people in the chat. So thanks for hanging with us. And yes, Patsy, as Karen just said, the Valentino sale on Friday is on Instagram. Yes. We'll be back on YouTube 2 weeks after that.
Yep. All right. So the first just in case to come in is for 37. So at 37, it is yours. Congratulations, Laura. Circle 7 Farms. It's yours. Congrats. All right, Bill.
Well, we got through it. We do have a bit of a recap. So if you weren't here earlier, or if you wanted some time to think about one of the items that we brought earlier, we have a few things that weren't claimed. We're going to go through them one more time just to see if anyone has any interest. The recap is always a no pressure time. We're just going to see if we can find a home for anything, and if not, we're good. But we're going to show you each item that we have. Tell you what the start price is, and if you're interested, we can bid just like normal. The only thing about the recap is it moves a bit more swiftly than a regular round. We're not interested in holding people up if we don't have any interest in an item. So again, Instagram works somewhat like YouTube. The rules of the sale are the same. It's just that the chat works differently. So we are happy to walk you through it, Kimmery Ann, if anyone wants to come over. And as long as you're following at least one of the 4 of us on Instagram, you'll be able to enter the sale. You just need to be following one of the 4 of us, and you can get into the sale. It's super easy to find. It'll be at the top of your screen.
And all those Instagram links are right down below. So if you guys aren't following one of us, it's right down below. Just give us a quick click and a follow.
And if anyone has any questions, just message Jason or I on Instagram or email us, and we're happy to help you out. All right, so Karen will remain our bid ender, and the just in case option remains in effect if there are multiple bidders. So starting at $8, if anyone was interested in this Ellie Smith Moon and Star Creamer, which is in great condition, and as the Amberina from Ellie Smith always does, it has a beautiful glow because of the cadmium. So, look at the glow on the handle. That's good. Like yummy. Is this the one that I said? Yeah, this is the one. It has so much cadmium in it, it looks like bittersweet.
It does.
Oh, that's so cool if they made these in bittersweet. So $8 for the creamer, if anyone is interested. And then I had the fun guy. If anyone is interested, he was $26 for the bar guy, the Japan Redware. So he is Japan Redware, has a Japan stamp on the or sticker on the back. I'm sorry, I have a couple claims on the creamer, so let me run that. I know I'm going fast. I'm used to Instagram and how we go so quickly. So right now, Karen has the high bid at 8 for the creamer. We're looking for 9 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I want to look at that bittersweet. Now I'm not going to be able to see it. Oh my gosh, I love it.
It's good.
Ellie Smith should have made these in bittersweet.
They should have. I wish they may have made a one-off, but I don't know that I've ever seen it.
Okay, thank you, Robin. It is yours for $11. So for $26, if anyone was interested in this awesome little bar light, I will light him up one more time. He is, as I said, Redware, made in Japan, and he is a signal that you're opening the bar at home. So once you're ready to serve your guests drinks, you can turn him on. He is not nearly as bright in real life. It's just my camera that shows it that way. But he's super good condition. Even all the cold paint, the gold, the white, and the face color are all cold paint, and he has a little kiss.
I love them lips.
Yeah,
those lips. Oh
it's
my
so
God. He's technically like new old stock. The fact that
it's really good condition. No chips or cracks, it's really good condition. And what did I start this at? I started this at $32. If anyone is interested in the Belique 140th anniversary vase in the Bloomfield pattern, the only caveat about that base was that there's a little piece of that little blue flower missing at the end, but it's a beautiful piece of Belique. If you're only going to own one piece of Belique, you may as well go all out and get one of the biggest ones they've ever made. And it does have its information on the bottom. So $32 for the vase if anyone is interested. And that's all I had, Jason.
And
the bar guy was $26, Robin.
So Robin, if you're interested in him, just put bar light, $26, and he could be yours. All right, I had a few of my Valentines left. So this was choice on the large 1940s Hallmark flocked Valentine. So they would be $10 each. So the first one, and they did come out of a scrapbook, but there's no damage to them. And they are like thick, almost little die cut. So you could actually decorate with them. So they're Hallmark. They're missing their little kickstand or their little easel. So if you'd be interested, this one would be $10. Just put dog and cat. And the little kitty cat is flocked. The dog is not flocked. Just the cat is flocked. And there's a signature here on the front from Aunt Phil. And it's to my little sweet niece. And this one measures just about 8 1/4 by 7. So you could put dog and cat Valentine. Oh, and don't forget the googly eye. That would be $10. Dog, cat, $10. Then I had just the all flocked kitty cat with the little original heart that's hung on by a ribbon. This one is flocked all over as well. And it's like a tan, like a pinky kind of tan. And this one is for my sweet little granddaughter. Robin, I got you for that. Thank you so much. Let me write you down. Then this one, if anybody's interested, it is from 1947. It is Hallmark. It actually came out of the same scrapbook. This one would be cat, $10. Cat, $10 if anybody's interested. This one also is missing its kickstand. So this one also would have, I think they took the little pieces off so they would lay flat in the scrapbook. So if anybody's interested, this one measures 8 3/4 by 7. 8 3/4 by 7. Robin, got you for the cat. Thank you so much. Happy they're going to get homes. They're really neat. They're really neat and fun. So I had 2 of these. I'll just show one of them. I had 2 of these. They're identical. They are the popcorn or the glitter plaque, melted popcorn or glitter plaque. This one has the original hole in it. This one is the all red. They are both identical. They're both in very good condition. They were $20 each. So if anybody's interested in them, they're $20 each. They measure about 21 inches by about 14 wide. So usually these are white. The arrow and heart are white, or they're like a clear with glitter in them. So very good condition, very different. And you could put the one backwards so they're facing different ways. So let me move my notes here. They were 20. Okay, I had the reproduction, 1970s reproduction from 1943. This is an original Coke tray, but it is a reproduction. So it is licensed by Coca-Cola, so it's a high quality. This was $18, no major damage to it. She is always known as the girl with the hair in her wind in her hair, and it measures 13 inches tall by 10.5 wide. So if anybody is interested, just put Coke tray, and you could have that for $18. One little speck of maybe rust starting right there. But other than that, really good. Americana, this would be great to prop up in your kitchen. The red is great with your Valentines, or you could actually use this in the summertime. Take it out for the barbecue. So that was Coca-Cola, and that was $18. And I had one piece of jewelry left. So if anybody's interested in the enameled Dozen Roses brooch, it has little chunked out rhinestones there in the middle. Very good condition. The flowers are a little enamel painted and applied, or actually they're set in there. And then you can see the back on that. So you could just put roses, and that was $10. Roses, $10 if anybody is interested. We'll just wait another moment for the lag. And again, this would make a nice gift. This would be nice to wear, and it would be also nice to just put in a little display. So I got you, Dawn. Thank you so much. That's yours for 10. And I think that's it. Well, we got 2 people. So to keep it fair, Dawn, I see Trina in at 10 as well. So let's quickly do a countdown. But Dawn, you're in at first 10. So Trina, you'd have to come in at 11. So let's do a quick countdown from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Trina, I see you in at 12. So now we're looking for 13 or more. And again, this measures, where the heck are my measurements? It measures about 1.5 inches by about 1.5 inches. So it is technically squared. All right, there is the bid end. So for 12, you write that down. Trina, congratulations. It's coming to you. Let's get us both back up here. Thank you so much, Karen G, for being our official mod and bid ender. Kim, Desert Gal, thank you for being our backup. Bill, do you want to tell the folks when you'll be back next, or are you just going to be back Friday?
I'm just going to be back Friday, but I will take the opportunity to say thank you to everyone who's been watching my videos. I really enjoy putting them together, and I love reading your comments about them. So it's kind of like, it just keeps me wanting to make more. So I just appreciate you all so much. Thank you.
All right, guys, I will be back Wednesday night with my vintage sister, Enamor Amy. If you guys are not subscribed to her, please do. She's charging in on the 3,500 mark, so please give her a follow if you're not following her by chance. And Amy, if you can, please put your link in for your channel. But this Wednesday, it's Fantastic Finds at 8 p.m. Eastern with me and Enamor Amy. She's got an epic piece of Valentine's Day kit. She has that bird-covered dish. It's good. I don't see them all that often. It's fun. So please come hang out with us. We'd love to see you, and then stick around because we're going to share some community Fantastic Finds. And again, that'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern on my channel Wednesday night. And then I'll be back with the Valentinos over on Instagram on Friday for the Get Lucky sale, So guys, if you guys are watching this in the replay, I know we get a lot of folks that watch this in the replay. And if anything you see didn't sell or get claimed in the recap, please feel free to email Bill or myself. We'll definitely do our best to get you invoiced and get it sold to you. Also, please make sure you're subscribed to Bill's channel. Please make sure you're subscribed to mine. And please, again, keep commenting on all of our content. I agree with Bill. I'm having a fun time doing some of these videos. I have some different ones coming up. So hopefully you guys are interested in some of the different style content I'm going to be doing too. So anything else, Bill? I think we're all done. I think
we're all done. Other than I will vouch that there are quite a few things that Amy has this week that I want.
She does have a lot of good things.
I may be exercising my just in case opportunities.
The Valentines for me didn't seem too popular tonight. And I was going to bring maybe one of those Valentinis. I have an extra left in Valentini. I might bring one on Wednesday. I don't know. So please make sure you're following me so you can see my previews of what I'll have. And all right, I guess that's going to do it for us here tonight. So hopefully you all had fun with us on Monday night. Have a great week. I'll see you back here on Wednesday with Amy at 8 p.m. and then with Bill over on Instagram this Friday as he hosts. He's got the wheel when we're over there on the gram. So, all right, Bill, thank you so much. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.